What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Flagrant 2. No easy buckets. My name's Andrew Schulz. I'm here with Akash Singh, Real Life Kaz, Alex Media, Eden on the ones and twos. This episode is brought to you by MatchMyDrip.com.
I already like the name of that website.
MatchMyDrip.com. Y'all gotta go check it out. Go to the website right now. Check it out. They're a company. They make T-shirts for sneakerheads, for all the hype beast kicks out there, the sneaker enthusiasts. They basically make these T-shirts that are matching all these sneakers that you probably have or the sneakers that you want to have. Yeezys, Off-White, Jordan, Nike. If you have any drip, you need the tees to match. You go to matchmydrip.com, okay? Or it's @_matchmydrip on Instagram. And the promo code is Flagrant, obviously, and you get 25% off your whole order. Check out Alex. Alex got one of the shirts on right now.
Yeah, that's hot.
Look at that beauty and diversity
I like
there.
it.
Be
I like
diverse
that.
with your sneakers. Like that shit. You got all. Oh, really? All right. Damn, Al. Oh, and they're making custom shit too. Ooh, okay. Well, look, so all the shirts are custom, but they have some that are actual.
I'm sure they have ones that are pre-made.
All I'm saying is go to matchmydrip.com. These guys are asshole army of vets. So keep it tight. Support the army. Support the cause. You know, they connected with Al. So Al connected him with Flagrant Media Group. Shouts to Jamil. And we made some business happen. It's beautiful when that shit stays in-house like that. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's start the show, man. Real quick, if you're tuning into this show right now because you saw our guest, we have a great guest this week, Trevor Wallace. That interview is after this section of the show. And you know what I'll probably do is I'll probably tell you when that will start when we know. We're recording this one right now, so I don't know how long this is. But why don't you tune the fuck in for this as well? Trevor's a great guy, really understands new media. He's killing it out there. And I wanted to sit down with him. And we did that at the end of this episode. But right now, we're going to get this flagrancy started. Akash Singh, right off of a hot headlining weekend. How you feeling, my friend?
Yeah,
So dope, man. So dope. San Diego sold out.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
was my
boy.
first time selling out like one of the clubs. Like not something I booked on my own or something I went back home for.
Yeah. And
like
a real club.
out the door.
That's
yeah.
the A-room in San Diego, man.
Yes, sir.
And it was cool because I assumed, and it was still mainly assholes, but there's more and more people that are like, oh, I saw you from your YouTube. And then you can tell them about the podcast because they're like, what's that sign everybody's throwing up?
Yeah.
Like, and it was cool to just have people coming out from, like, one older black dude was like, let me ask you a question. And he was kind of aggressive. I was like, what's up? And he was like, you talk about R. Kelly? Just like, and that was fun. And then Tempe I booked pretty late, so I didn't on a Sunday. I didn't think that many people would come out.
Tempe is like a suburb of Phoenix, Arizona. Anybody who's listening, but they got a great comedy club, the Tempe Improv.
Great comedy club. It's the best I've been treated at a comedy club ever, probably. But then a good number of people came out. They were super fun last night. Shouts to everybody who came out. Sorry to miss the Trevor interview, but
it's all good.
Same.
But so fun, man. Thank you, everybody who came out. Just like a cool thing to see a building and coming together. It's dope, man.
It's good to see,
yeah.
man.
Dope.
Congratulations.
Thank
You.
I like to see
you were
it.
antisocial early this year.
Thank you.
Now look at you.
I know. It took a lot of work. It took a full intervention, but we out here.
Shit, the fire has been lit. You're running with
sir.
it. I like seeing it happen.
Dope.
What else you got coming up, Akash? Where can they see you?
Let
And
me-
you heard about them sellouts, so get them tickets
Bruh,
early. Yo.
This Thursday.
Stop playing.
Tickets are still available for Hartford, Connecticut at the Funny Bone. That's this Thursday. After that, let me look it up. I am in Mumbai the 20th and 21st at the Habitat Comedy Club. Then in the new year, I am at Hilarities in Cleveland on January 9th. The Stress Factory in New Brunswick. Thank you for helping with that. In New Jersey.
Heard about this.
Hilarities in Cleveland. We did that, Al. That is such a fun room.
Really?
It's a really good room. Yeah, and it's massive. I mean, I don't know, what, 400?
4 and change, yeah.
Maybe 4 and change.
Come through, assholes.
It's a
supposed-
big room.
They gave me one of their nights. It's supposed to be like their off night, just like see what you can do. So assholes, come through. Let's just
pull up,
murder
man.
that shit.
Nice.
So yeah, there then Stress Factory on January 14th in
Love
New
the
Brunswick.
Stress Factory, man.
And
Shout
then
to
the next
Vinny.
day, Philly, hometown of wifey, come through, you monsters. January 15th,
Which club you doing
Helium Comedy Club.
That's good, man. Good shit. Go check all that out. I gotta give a shout out to the History Hyenas podcast.
give it up.
Yeah, the
Yanni
fam.
Poppy, Chrissy D, and they had a live show at Gramercy Theater in New York, so they sold out the Gramercy Theater in New York. That's a really big accomplishment. It's just really cool to see what they're building. And I love it. I love it when good things happen to good guys, man. So keep on supporting.
2 real
History
good fucking
Hyenas.
guys. Love them.
They're good dudes, man. I love them. And and Kaz, what do you got going on, man? What else happening?
Oh shit, I'm doing something really cool with Pepsi tomorrow and the New York Jets. I can't divulge it all the way, but you'll see it at the end of the week. It's really tight. Just did a great interview with the New York Post and Big Apple Buckets with Jamal Crawford today, which is really awesome.
Still not on a team.
Still not on a team. We talked about that a lot, which is really cool. But he was a great talk. Obviously, December 13th, Duce Palooza, Brooklyn, New York tickets are flying. We haven't even announced the fucking headliners yet, but when we do, we're trying to sell that place out, man. If we sell out Barclays, man,
come through, sell out Barclays.
Please,
so wild.
Please, bro. Crazy. Like I'm trying. We're gonna make that. We're gonna make history.
What would be the number to sell out Barclays?
I think it's 17,000. I think around there.
Wow, man. If y'all sell out Barclays without having anybody perform, that is the greatest hustle in the history of the world.
But we got people performing. We got some big names coming.
I'm still trying to figure this shit out.
So
man. They think Creflo Dollar is hustling, man. Let me tell you, Duce Palooza is the greatest hustle because you go and you actually enjoy it.
Because you go in there, it's like a good time.
Why the fuck am I enjoying this so much?
Creflo Dollar. You ever watch Creflo Dollar?
Creflo make you feel like you gonna get rich, bro.
Yeah,
there's a reason why he got a plane, bro.
He makes you feel guilty.
Who? Creflo?
Yeah.
Does he?
I was never moved by Creflo.
Nah, him and what's
I don't know why I'm acting like I seen him.
What's the guy with the big teeth that smiles all the time?
Why did I even say that?
Steve Harvey.
Nah, not Steve Harvey.
Oh shit.
The white dude, the white Creflo. What's his name?
What? Oh, Joel Austin. Joel Austin make you feel away, bro.
Oh man,
Joel Austin make you go, hey, maybe they didn't need shelter. They live in Houston, they can swim.
Just give yourself to Christ. Just give yourself. I'm like, dude,
yo, man, Joel
doors,
Austin knows what he's doing,
yeah,
man.
He's a hustler, man.
Joel, bro.
Shouts to
Joel.
Hustler.
You know what I mean? I mean, maybe that's what. Why do we act like God don't like money? Maybe God likes money, bro. Maybe we got it wrong.
God wants you to thrive, dog.
Yeah, God don't want you to be broke. What God would want you to be broke?
No, God. Be good with the money. Do good with the money. Help some people out.
Yeah. I don't see why not. But
why would God want you to struggle?
I think if you're hoarding, I think if you're a billionaire and like
we gotta stop this billionaire hate.
If you're paying your
I fucking
wages.
hate billionaire hate, yo.
Yo, I hate billionaire hate.
Listen,
too,
I'm
yo.
not saying I don't want to be a billionaire. I'd love to be one.
That's the thing. Everybody hate a billionaire until they become one. Like this goofy bitch Elizabeth Warren is all like, she's so fucking goofy, yo. And this dumbass, she's doing this whole. Listen, whatever. Let's just get into it. So she's doing this whole like
Flagrant
billionaires gotta go. I think so.
Yeah,
and it's like,
flagrant thought.
You think so? This bitch gotta go.
This bitch gotta go. This bitch gotta go. She looked like an old boxer, bro. She looked like a journeyman boxer. Get a picture up of this chick, yo. She's been punched in the head far too many times to run for president. Yeah. If you look at her face in this picture, tell me she don't look like she been boxing. Take off. Look at that face right there.
Yo, you know who she kind of look like?
She kind of has a lot of Teddy Atlas.
She kind of look like the great. She Teddy Atlas.
She got a little Teddy Atlas.
Don't she look like, what was that movie? Mickey Ward. She looked like Mickey Ward, dog. Remember the fighter? Mark Wahlberg.
When he made himself ugly.
No, that's Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Ward fought.
Mickey Rourke looks like shit.
Look at
that.
Oh
my
God.
Mickey Ward.
Son,
okay.
that's Elizabeth Warren.
That's hilarious.
It's the same person.
To me, she looked like Tweety Bird's grandma.
Speaking of billionaires.
So real quick. So here you have this chick right here is talking about all this billionaires are the problem, billionaires this. You know how much money this bitch made last year? $900,000. So she's a millionaire, right? She gotta shit on billionaires because that's the only way to make herself relatable to the poor motherfuckers in the world. You are way closer to billionaire than you are to poor person. Stop talking about the working class. Stop talking about all this shit. I love, you know what, this is the shit that just fucking riles me up, right? There's no rule that you can't pay more in taxes.
Yeah.
You know that, like, if you go, hey, U.S. government, I know it's only 30%, but here's 50% because I believe in it.
Yeah.
Is she doing that?
No!
Bill Gates does that. That's why I fuck with Bill Gates.
Bill Gates don't do that. Don't believe Bill Gates.
Well, at least Bill Gates became a billionaire. He became a billionaire from making something like actually fucking useful to the world.
I bet
like
if you,
he made like Word docs and Excel sheets and shit. Like I can fuck with that. But if like you're a billionaire off of like,
you know how they say like, 1% of America has 50% of the wealth or whatever. That who cares what the actual numbers? I bet if you compare the amount of tax that each pays, the 1% pays less in actual tax dollars than everybody else.
Can I ask y'all something?
Because they find a way around every tax law.
Of course
they do. And here's the thing I'm trying to understand, right? The 1% of everything is always the best. For example, like 1% of people that are good at basketball play it in the NBA. Does that mean we should get rid of the NBA?
Oh, they should give back half their careers to shittier players?
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I see the point you're trying to make.
1% of musicians are the ones that get a Grammy or are making real money. The other 99.9%.
We 1% of the entertainment business.
Yo, the real talk, we're 1% of the entertainment business. But furthermore, like, the 1% model is how every business functions. Mm-hmm. Like, 1% of sword fighters are still alive. Maybe that's a bad example, but 1% of magicians are making money. The rest of them are on a fucking carnival cruise, right?
I hear you.
So, like, what? Why are we doing this? We hate the 1% shit when we know that's how it functions in
stats
every
can make
other
you believe
thing.
Anything. That's the reason why I hate stats. Stats can make you literally believe anything.
Yeah, numbers lie is a lie.
Numbers
be
always
lying
fucking
like
lie.
a motherfucker. Numbers lie more than any cheating ass bitch in the world.
That's facts. That's
right?
facts.
So there's something
Numbers like a Kardashian, yo. You can't trust them for nothing.
Son, but that's what they do. They get you to believe. Motherfuckers just say shit and then you believe it because it sounds right. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if we even spoke about this, but about how like they made up that fucking lie that like a man's G-spot is in his asshole. Do you know that?
Yeah, that is a lie.
That's fake.
That's an absolute fucking lie.
That's gays made that up in women.
Yeah.
So they could fuck your asshole and put their fingers in it.
They thought that shit was cute.
Son, I asked a doctor.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, and that's an awkward question to ask a doctor.
The male G-spot in your
I was like, yo, is it true the male G-spot's in your asshole?
Like, nah, that's just your colon. They're just pushing it.
Son, it's not even your colon. It's your
Prostate.
My fault. Same shit.
And you do have liquid come out, but it's your prostate juice.
Yeah.
It's not cum. It's prostate juice.
Yeah.
So there's no sperm in it. So there's dudes out here getting their asses fingered, trying to front.
They just wanted to get their ass fingered.
Yes.
They just wanted an excuse. I get it.
But they say the male G-spot's in the asshole. No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's fucked up. Women can't tell the difference between what's cum and what's colon, what's prostate.
Prostate juice?
puss.
I mean, I think the extraction methods are pretty different.
I would hope so. I mean, shit. How you gonna take?
Stop taking fingers in your ass for mythology. Stop hating 1%.
I only want my finger in my ass one time in my life, and that's going to see the motherfucking doctor. What's the fucking name?
The proctologist.
The proctologist. There you go.
Yo,
shit.
Son, Patrice O'Neal had the best joke about that shit. He was like, man, we don't see the doctor, man. I would rather my prostate be hanging out my ass than actually go to the doctor. Matter of fact, my prostate would be hanging out my ass for 2 weeks. I'd call my boy like, yo, yeah, I just got it duct taped up there. Should I do something about this before I actually go to the doctor? It's so true.
Bro.
All I'm trying to say is that shit got me riled up, man, about this. I guess there's only one way to punch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's only one way to punch is up. And when you're that close, like when you're a millionaire and you're a billionaire, like there really ain't that much of a difference in lifestyle. How much extra shit can you buy?
How many more cars do you need?
Exactly. You got the cars.
Bigger house you need.
And then it's just, you know what it is?
I mean,
fraudulence drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people overlook a lot of shit about Trump because they're like, at least he's not
Authentic.
fucking lying to my face like I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
or he's lying so blatantly that it's like,
yeah, I was about to say
this
that's
guy
a
is
lie.
It's hilarious,
that's
kind of where not I fuck with
because
Trump,
he doesn't lie about his shittiness.
Like, for example,
there's a small part of me that's gonna miss him when he's not president anymore, just because of the antics.
Yeah,
and just knowing that he just lies so much, and he's just so fucking. You ever think of the motherfucker was like, yo, this is the guy with the nuclear codes, right? If this motherfucker really had them shits, he'd be tweeting about that shit all the fucking time. But he doesn't, because he doesn't have that thing in him that most people have where it's like, oh my God, you can't say that. You can't say that. He just fucking says it.
You know what I think it is about Trump?
At least this goofy bitch Elizabeth Warren ain't got the fucking nuclear codes, probably bombing Mark Cuban and all the rest of the billionaires in America.
You know what I think it is? We don't want to feel deceived.
Yeah.
Even if Trump lies, we know who Trump is. We know. He's such a overt, ridiculous liar.
Yeah.
Warren talking all this shit about everybody else, and you make $900,000 a year, and you're 1/16th Native American, and you're hustling that to get scholarships, like, you're just like me.
Yeah.
Don't pretend you're some shit. Like, don't try to deceive me. Trump is like, it's almost like a special ed kid lying or something. You're like,
but
this
what?
cute.
But what is he? Okay, put it. This is weird. I don't want this to seem like a defend Trump thing. What I'm trying to defend is like, I'm trying to explain why people are drawn to him opposed to like these other figures. We don't like people that front like they're better than they are.
Correct.
Right? Like, one of the reasons this show is great is because we don't come in here with moral standards.
Oh, we'll never disappoint you. That's the best thing about Flagrant 2.
We'll talk our shit.
You'll never read something in the blog and be like, damn, that doesn't sound like my Andrew or Akash. Like, oh no, we're all
What are they
pieces of
really
shit.
going to say about us in the blog? Yo, they said something racist on the show. Shocking. Find the episode where we didn't. That's the news story. Put that on the New York Times. Yo, one episode they didn't make fun of Chinese. So the thing about, because I was watching this, did you see Donald Trump Jr. on The View?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I listened to it.
He's got a book.
This
right?
is he got a book, but there was like this big old thing. And one thing I realized about Trump and now about Trump Jr., and it's way more obvious in Trump Jr. than it is Trump because he's not as good at it, right? But this is what Trump knows that never was seen before in politicians. He knows they're all scumbags. They are the biggest scumbags of the world.
They're all sociopaths.
No. You could be a sociopath and not hurt people. Every one of them is a sociopath that hurts people.
Oh, yeah.
That has personally affected the lives of millions of people.
Yeah.
Right? So he knows that. So when any of them talk shit, he's chomping at the bit. He's like, I've been giving you money under the table for 40 years. What are you going to say? You're going to say I'm crazy. You're going to say I'm corrupt. Like, when they said, you don't think when they said the Ukraine shit about him, he was like, oh, word, Joe, you want to play this game? While you got your son making $80,000 a month working for this Ukrainian company. He don't even speak Russian or Ukrainian. He don't understand anything about, what you want to talk about me in Ukraine? So his whole strategy is, you talk shit about me, I'm not even going to defend me. I'm going to show how you ain't shit. You don't need to defend yourself if you ain't shit. It's like when your girl goes, why'd you like that picture? And you be like, yeah, but remember when you liked fucking The Rock's picture? Why you gotta like The Rock?
That sounds personal.
Do you know what I'm saying?
We all been there. Trust me, I've been there.
But do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it is.
He got dirt on everybody. Like,
Son,
you're the president of the United States.
Junior is on The View, and these girls are going at him, and he just goes, we're really going to talk about civility. He goes, Joy Behar, you wore blackface. Whoopi, you defended, he goes, Whoopi, you defended Roman Polanski. You said it wasn't rape about a 15-year-old girl that was raped.
Yeah.
Now, I would love to hear that clip.
Yeah.
That being said, what they going to say? What they melt?
He said this live on the
Live!
Oh, I gotta watch that.
Son, it's wild!
Popping.
It's not as good as you think it because they're all talking over each other. Like, everybody's so eager to go at him.
Son.
He handles that shit pretty well, though, to be honest with you.
Real talk, look how many people there are there. Look how many people there in this room. We barely talked over each other. You put 6 girls in the
but
same room.
The
They
difference,
don't-
it's women.
That's what I'm saying. They don't understand.
No.
They literally have a bell there to stop them from talking.
Word?
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. It's not
I gotta
brunch.
Try that shit at home.
So that's the ba ba ba. Yeah, that's where I got it from. They got to treat them like cats. Dinner's ready. It's just something so refreshing about being ain't shit.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Openly ain't shit.
Openly
I ain't shit. I wanted to buy the domain Iain'tShit.com. That's me, yo. You ain't never gonna see me pretending I'm a good person.
Bro, and I think that's what we finally reached like a fever pitch with, is as like the PC woke shit got crazy and hit mainstream culture, because there have always been like woke people. This has always existed. This is not new.
Always will be.
And there always will be. But they were a little bit more of like a fringe group, right?
Yeah.
And then once it became mainstream, we were like,
you know what it was?
Hold on. You think you're really going to go on TV and act like you ain't shit like me? the audacity of you. And then Trump comes over, he's like, yo, them Mexicans be raping. And then people at home be like, some probably rape. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, like, you start justifying. You be like, Hector raped. I remember Hector. Remember Hector in high school? That motherfucker was raping. You know what I mean?
So I said there in the Arizona show, I was like, I saw some people from Oregon. So I was like, oh, you guys are the white people who actually like Mexicans. And then I was like, in Arizona's defense, you don't really got to deal with Mexicans. They got a different perspective, and they be dealing with them out there in Arizona.
What, in Arizona?
Yeah.
They be building walls.
Yeah. And I was like, maybe Mexicans just that annoying. Like, you don't know, you in Oregon.
Son, it's this shit that we always do. It's like this, like New York and California people, like low-key, let me tell you why I'm the hypocrite. I don't care about global warming, right? Because it ain't gonna affect me. Like all this, like the sea's gonna override and everything. It's like, where? Where that gonna happen? That's not gonna happen to me, right? It doesn't really pertain to my life that much,
right?
But I can admit I ain't shit. I can say on a podcast to hundreds of thousands of people, I don't care about the
own who you are,
fucking Eskimos.
Own who you are.
I've never seen one Eskimo. Why should I care?
Son, why should you know how racist they are? They probably think you're a fucking bear, bro. They don't know. The grizzly is coming.
Like 10 words for snow and bear and shit.
Son, they're wearing you as a fur, bro. When that shit is done.
Fuck Eskimos, bro. They're probably the most racist
here's my
motherfuckers
one
out
question
there.
about taxing billionaires.
Yeah.
Is the solution for the country, let me give this money to the government. They're going to use it well.
Son.
Like, that's your big fucking answer?
Real
is
talk.
give more money to you?
You couldn't be right. You couldn't be more right. You couldn't be more right. You couldn't be more right.
This the answer, huh?
Son.
The least efficient, most bureaucratic organization in the entire country.
Yeah, motherfuckers
Let's
already
give them
in
all
debt.
the money and see what
motherfuckers
happens.
that run
We
the
already
MTA.
in debt.
You run the MTA. How does traffic on the train?
Dog.
It's just one. It's just one lane. How you got traffic?
Not even
when
that.
it goes one way.
You got too many cars.
Son,
I'm
I
not
don't know
even
what
gonna
I just
speak
put
on
on
the-
this shit.
I'm not even
I'm going crazy.
I'm not even speak on the logistics of it. Here's what I know, though. I moved to New York 10 years ago. It was $82 a month for a subway pass. Now it's like $115.
Yeah.
Service has gotten worse. Costs have gone up like 30, 40%.
Yeah.
So if service gets worse and you're charging me more money,
Yeah.
why would I trust you with more money?
But they got those
Let me-
cute little Apple Pay things now.
Yo, son, I'm not gonna lie. The
That's just
Apple
a
Pay
fire.
kind of lit. Apple Pay kind of lit. But I will say this: incredible point about the astonishing increase in price in the last fucking 10 years.
And they're going
It's
broke
absurd.
still.
They're still going broke. Let me ask you this: if we were on a fucking chairlift skiing, right, and the chairlift people said, "Hold on, there's a little traffic on the chairlift," right? You'd be like, what you mean it's traffic? It's just one thing. It just goes up and it comes down. It can't be traffic because it just goes up and it comes down, right? Like that would be the answer, right? You cannot physically have traffic because it's just one. Whenever I seen traffic, it's when 4 lanes turn into 2.
Yeah, but you always have the
There's
one
more
idiot
people.
at the what's it called, ski lift or whatever.
Ski lift.
Who doesn't know how to get off the fucking thing?
Yeah.
and then they have to stop it because that motherfucker falls right at the
And
spot.
they're smart and they stop the whole shit.
Yeah,
They don't let the whole shit go and then it backs up and then we got 14 lifts about to go and then more accidents happen.
yeah. So that's what trade traffic is.
That's
Trade
what they
just
should
stop.
do. Stop the
So
whole
what, did
shit.
they just stop the train? Did
Son,
they just
son,
close the door
son.
and be like, yo, you can't swipe it?
Remember when we were young and we had the little train tracks and you had the little cars set up on the train tracks?
Yeah.
There was traffic there? You never in your life were playing with your train tracks and you were like, Mom,
Oh my god.
it's too much traffic.
I respect how simple he can make shit sound without
Like-
making any sense. But
At
you're
all.
like, I got
Not
no
even a
argument.
little bit of
Son,
sense.
what I'm saying
I
is
was
you
just like-
have to be next level retarded to make traffic on. Yo, when the guy on the mic goes, there's a little traffic ahead. How? How is there traffic ahead? Let me guess how many trains is ahead. 1? Because that's how many could fit. It makes me go fucking crazy. How many, how could there be traffic? Guys, look, ready? Look, there's one track, and there's only, let's do a visual. Ready? There's one track, right? Here's one train. There's traffic ahead. You telling me we got that? You telling me we got one on top of the other? Is that what managed to happen? Did we manage at Union Square to get 2 4 trains on top of each other? Because otherwise it's impossible to have traffic. It's not possible. When they say it, I go crazy. When they say it, I lose my fucking mind. When they say I want to knock on the door, I go, prove it. Prove it. Show me a picture of the traffic. I want to see a picture of a bunch of guys in the front of the traffic light, all the train drivers. Come on, let's go. Son, this is how you know there's no traffic. They ain't got horns on the train. Because the people who made the train.
Don't they got the toot?
That's emergency. I'm talking about beep beep. They don't got beep beep.
I think they got a
They ain't got no beep beep. Let me tell you why they ain't got no beep beep. Because the people who made trains knew there wasn't going to be no fucking traffic. Right? They probably asked him, like, yo, should we put a beep beep? He goes, how could there be traffic? It's one fucking lane. And then these retards managed to find a way to make traffic. Make traffic authority. That's what MTA stands for. That's what it stands for. Make traffic authority.
Oh, my God.
How you manage to make traffic.
Yo.
It's like if a movie started late at the movie theater. Just press play.
Just pause. Pause.
What time the movie's supposed to start? 8? Hey, guess what you do at 8? Play. Well, I'm sorry, the movie's running a little late. Take your finger and press play. And then it's on time.
Yo, you had a lot of flagrant takes just
Son.
ready to go, son. What the fuck?
And if we let this goofy bitch Elizabeth Warren run the fucking MTA, if this bitch out here running the MTA, just imagine. Just imagine what's gonna happen.
Yo, you know what blew my mind? I was supposed to do Brilliant Idiots one time. I got stuck on the train for 50 minutes in the middle of the track between 18th Street and 23rd Street. That's 5 blocks. The idea, somebody got hit by a train, so they stopped everything. Yeah. Okay, fine. You can't take us to the next stop and let everybody off the train? You got to hold us there for 50 minutes?
Yo.
And trapped. You can't walk in between subway cars.
I was about to say, were you in
trapped.
between the stops?
This diabetic had to piss in a fucking milk jug because he couldn't even go into the middle of the pee.
And he brought up that he was diabetic too when that had nothing to do with peeing.
He just
I
wanted
think
to
they got to
on
pee
it,
a
right?
lot if they're diabetic.
Really?
What?
I think so, yeah.
I thought they just can't eat syrup.
That's what I
Alex,
thought.
you're
I
the-
thought it just.
I forgot.
Alex,
thought
you're
you
a
couldn't
female
have
doctor.
Nah,
glucose.
you a fucking doctor, Al. You
diabetic?
know about this shit. No, he's a doctor. He's a
Oh,
nurse.
okay.
I'm a female doctor.
He's
I
a
thought
female
there was-
doctor.
oh,
Yeah.
You're
Also
Merce.
known as like
Your big merce.
son. So they stop the fucking trains, right?
Yeah.
When somebody jumps in the track, how many people need to jump in a train track before we just put a little something? It's not
London
even a
got
lot.
a little something.
Son, they don't let you go in.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
They don't let you go in. So how look it ready? Look it ready? Literally all it is, it's literally only this. It's not even that crazy. Screen.
Yeah.
It's a
That's all it
screen
is in
door.
London.
It's a screen door. Just put it across the whole tracks. Then we don't have any excuse to be late.
You're severely underestimating the ingenuity of crackheads.
Son, crackheads want to live so they could do more crack. When they ever tried to die?
Honestly, I don't really care if crackheads get it. I'm talking about human beings. Let a crackhead or two go. That's fine.
Yo, these people.
If a
the
few
fucking
crackheads
balls-
gotta die.
No. We got to talk about this. How dare you, as a New Yorker, jump in front of a subway to kill yourself?
Yeah, that's
that
the
is
most
the
selfish
most
shit.
selfish fucking way to kill. All these buildings you could jump out of, and nobody would fucking care, and their day wouldn't be ruined. But the fact that you want to take your life and then ruin my fucking day,
Oh my god.
like maybe you should die because. These types of people that are that selfish, they don't need to be around.
At least do it at night when the trains come like every 10 minutes and shit. Like,
Son,
come on, son.
you know when you could do it?
During rush hour?
How about this? The last train that's going to Williamsburg to L before that shit shut down for Saturday, Sunday. Kill yourself on that one. We got to have certain times where you could go. But this idea that, like, literally, think of the type of person that jumps in front of the train track.
Then they got peak hours, off peak, and suicide hours.
We need suicide hours. We need suicide
All
hours.
big suicide
It's
hours.
not like you don't see all of us, right? You don't see all
Bro,
of us.
I'm down for Suicide Hamsterdam. I'm alright with that
do.
shit. Just
What's
a
the
little-
suicide
You
Hamsterdam?
remember Hamsterdam on the
Oh, for
wire?
the wire.
Yeah, Suicide Hamsterdam. Y'all
So
just
it's a
go do the
suicide
shit in
place.
a way that's controlled and you don't get in anybody else's way. Get up out of here. It's all good.
I don't know how y'all still do the train. I've bought every possible way not to take the train. I have a bike, electrical scooter, a car.
I mean, days like today, though.
Because you had the parking privilege.
You got the parking privilege one.
You asked the question. I answered it. I'm supposed to shut up.
I still got a bicycle and an electric scooter. I'm not getting on the train. I haven't got on
You
the
can't ride no
Tell
electrical
him
scooter
how
for years.
Alex parked. This is what Alex does to park. This is the most hilarious shit ever. He puts a black power fist in his windshield like that.
and then I walk out with
and then he just
20
walks
tickets.
out. That's more tickets.
So like, this is a black car.
He literally
Tow that shit.
He literally just gets beaten as soon as he gets out of the car. It's wild. Nightclubs all of a sudden hit him in the back of the head. Don't make no
excuse me,
sense.
sir, you're black, so we need to.
When was the last time you saw a white cop? Them shits is
What?
going extinct.
What?
Y'all see white cops?
Do I?
Word.
All the fucking time. You kidding me?
That's how you know Kaz getting money, yo.
You seen that? No, but you live in Jersey, son. They ain't got black people there.
Hey,
You don't even see cops. It seems like troopers
not a black
or whatever
person
the
in my
fuck they call them.
Yeah, you see motherfuckers wearing green. They got fur on their collar. They got one of them sombrero
They
hats.
got like rangers
Yo,
and shit.
They really
there's
think
not a
that
black
they be out
person
there
in
in nature, right? You on the highway, fam. You're not in nature. Why they got them whole shits with the little...
There's not a black person in my neighborhood, bro.
There isn't?
No.
You made it, son.
I love it.
Damn, bro. Yo, one day I'm going to get there. But now I'm going to deal with these black motherfuckers.
Done enough of you underwords for one lifetime, god damn it.
Yo,
I will see y'all back in Harlem.
when I see like a new black couple moving into the building, like I'll be side-eyeing.
Like, yo, don't you fuck this up for me.
Son,
I do the same thing.
I'll be like, oh yeah, I guess 20% is rent control.
I'm like, I want to be the only one.
Oh man, y'all don't know the privilege of walking around and be like, oh no, that's the black people on the block. You see, I saw like some black folks like walking across, like walking their dog like in front of my porch the other day. Mm-hmm. God, I turned so conservative like for like 5 seconds. I'm like, who are these new niggas on my block? I feel like I'm supposed to notice that shit.
You knock on the white guy's door like, what is happening to the neighborhood?
God damn, because you know they did that when I moved in. They're
Of
like, yo,
course.
who is these black folks on?
But now you're trusted.
They're still doing that shit.
Exactly, they're still doing that shit to me. God damn it.
Kaz got like a
Kaz
but you
got
know
a new
what?
neighbor every month. He can't
Fucking
figure out
love
why.
Everybody in your neighborhood's slowly moving out.
You realize every black person that moves in is because a white person moved out when they saw you, right?
It's
You
like, when did
changing the
they
neighborhood,
build a
bro.
chicken shack here?
Kaz is de-gentrifying.
No.
I love it.
You're
I
gonna-
just been to my place. Not a single black person around there. It's beautiful.
There's
I
gonna
love
be a
it.
Kennedy Fried Chicken in your neighborhood in no time, yo.
Oh, dude, that's it.
It starts
There goes the
so
neighborhood,
backwards
dog.
at the Home Depot. Like,
And then came over there. They started thinking he's gonna start mowing everybody's lawn and shit.
Were they handing you cards and shit? Where they're like, we would love your services over here too. and shit? No bullshit.
Oh no!
Wow, dude.
I saw more cats than black people.
This
saw more
is very,
cats
very
than
true.
black people?
Yeah, lots
Really?
of cats. Lots of cats in the neighborhood.
You have a catty neighborhood?
Yeah, like they just let their cats just roam free. Like
That's
they're
whack,
owned and
yo.
shit, but they just go back home at the end of the night.
Word.
Yeah, very pet friendly. Yeah, lots
That
of
is a
grass.
white thing to let your animals roam.
Yeah, they just roam. Like they know where to go.
That's
like,
why we're the only ones that get Lyme
They
disease.
look at me like I'm not supposed to be there.
Black people don't get Lyme disease.
No.
Because
Except
they
that
don't
one guy
fuck
from
with nature, really.
Yeah,
The one guy from the
fuck
real
you go in the
world.
forest for hiking. What is hiking?
Hiking, this is what hiking is. It's getting as far away from minorities as you can. So you
So
basically
just go to the beach.
So that's one version of it,
Okay.
right? Swimming,
No, but you gotta
hiking,
go to the beach
any-
and get in the water. You
real
can't just
talk-
hang
Oh,
out on
you're
the.
right, you're
Any
right. On the
ing
sand.
sport is getting away from y'all. That's us. Skiing, snowboarding, hiking, swimming, kayaking.
We took skateboarding from y'all though.
Y'all really are
took skateboarding
doing that,
from
and
y'all.
it's bothering me. And it's fucking bothering me.
All the best skateboarders are black now. I'm like, when the fuck did this happen?
I know.
Yo.
And nobody says a word about
Sorry,
that shit.
we had to take that shit.
No peeps.
Shout out to Lil Wayne,
Shout out to Lil Weezy.
Weezy did really.
the biggest fake skateboarder in the world.
He is. You always see him in the skate park, but just after he finished,
Just terrible.
he'd be out of breath a little. Like,
He really took that shit fucking seriously, dude. Good for him. Fuck. You heard about this Deion Waiters shit?
listen, Dion Waiters. I've been taking gummies. Oh, by the way, I have gummies for you guys.
Oh
Really?
shit!
Yes, from Radix, this weed company. They had a specific thing for you.
Right now?
No, not right now.
I was like, oh, I'm getting
No, but
I just bought CBD in San Diego.
See,
Gummies.
after
Aura.
really.
Son, yo, son, that shit be slapping, bro. Later on the episode with Trevor, we broke down the chicken wing and how we like made a new chicken wing.
Yeah.
Like, you know how we call Asians chicken wings, right? An Asian chick is a chicken wing, and the reason we call her that is because there was this Asian chick that we Airbnb'd at, and she just said she was describing food in there. She was like, "There's sushi, there's chicken wing," and we're like, "Dude, that's what Asian women are called now." We were watching this Asian rapper, right?
Yeah.
There's a big line outside with all these bodied Asian chicks,
Right.
like with bodies.
Was it like K-pop shit?
Son,
or-
no, it was rap, Korean rap,
Oh, okay.
Korean rap, but close, yeah. But it was all Asian chicks with some body in L.A. And we were like, damn, there's some thick and wings out here, bro.
Take away.
You got some thick and wing, bro. They thick and wing. so that's the new one.
You know what I've no shit thought about at least 6 times this weekend and said
What?
in a room by myself, honey mustard.
Oh yeah, son, that right there, bro. Anytime you walk in a Japanese restaurant and they do that whole shit, you know, where the whole place talks. You know what I'm talking?
Yeah.
What is that? You know what they say? Any of y'all know what they say? Nah. Somebody say. Call Wheezy. She knows exactly what they say. Whatever. I just be like, honey mustard. I go right back out there. Honey mustard. I go, honey
I thought
mustard.
they're just saying hello.
They just going, hello.
They throw hello at the end to throw you off.
Oh my
Hello. Hello.
Arigato, is it that? Isn't that arigato? Isn't that like thank you?
No, that's good.
Arigato is
Goodbye.
thank you, but there's something you say when they walk in. What is it?
Arahashimase.
word, they actually say
Arahashimase.
Irashamase.
Arahashimase.
I thought they were just like, you're.
I mean, that is
Their your.
that is their year.
That's their your, son. Irashamase. Oh my
How
God.
funny Asians created your.
They really did,
They
bro.
did.
They're not even playing around.
Black people be appropriating.
Irashamase. Super Mario Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic.
Oh man, we going off.
We really are. It's been, I missed you guys.
Hey,
I
man.
missed you guys.
What are you guys? So Deion Waiters, gummies.
Okay, Deion Waiters gummies. Real quick, by the way, thank you guys for selling out the town hall shows. Very excited for that.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Boston.
that's dope already.
Yes, sir.
We got this going. Boston Thursday. Second show has a few more tickets left. Connecticut. Boston Saturday has a few more tickets left for the second show. First show sold out. And Connecticut, few more tickets left. That's almost sold out as well. So get on that real quick. We added Edmonton and New Orleans, and we got Seattle. Early shows sold out. Neptune Theater. We have a late show. A few more tickets left for that. Go get that. TheAndrewSchultz.com for the rest of the tickets. Now we get to talk about this shit. Deion Waiters took the edible. Passed out.
All been there before.
Didn't snitch.
Didn't snitch.
Teammate
Real
gave him the
motherfucker,
edible.
bro.
Didn't
Oh,
snitch.
wow.
Real motherfucker.
Suspended without pay.
10 games.
Still didn't snitch. Think about that. 10 games.
Real one.
How much money has he probably lost?
Oh my God. Each game check's got to be at least like 40 racks? Something like that?
That's crazy.
That's a good chunk of change he's missing out on. That's worse than being fined when they suspend you without pay.
But his
no game
contract,
checks.
how much was his contract? I think this was a
he
smart
got paid.
move.
I think he got paid.
He got paid, so I think this is a good like. Now you just built up credibility with the rest of the league.
Oh, for
Every
sure.
player in the league is like, I fucks with that guy. He could be on my team when he's even after he's kind of washed now, but even when he's like washed,
Oh, he's at 52 million?
47 million guaranteed.
52 million?
Yo,
Sheesh.
we forget. Waiters a few years ago was balling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Like-
half a year.
Half a year was balling.
When
And then he
when he left Cleveland and went to Miami, he did his thing.
Yeah.
Contract years. Those contract years are great.
He is a contract year
Yeah.
killer. Some guys are like that.
So,
and then
it's
they
time to get
comfy.
paid. Julius
Oh, yeah.
Randle on top of the list.
Gang.
Oh, speaking of shit, I forgot to promote. Champ Sports this Friday. I'll be there with my girl Vic interviewing
Okay.
Julius Randle for Slam and
You gonna
Champ
tell him?
Sports,
You gonna tell him that?
Oh, we'll have some things to talk about. when we get there,
Contract
but-
year killer? You gonna call him that?
I mean, shit, he balled down his contract year. We'll talk about it.
Can we
But,
talk about the Knicks?
Oh my God, I guess we have to.
Can we?
You guys were so happy when you beat the Mavs on
guess we
Friday.
have-
Oh no,
Bro.
no, fuck that. Everything's gone down.
Yeah, it's done.
Have you seen what happened?
It's done.
I
didn't see
texted
yesterday?
you. No.
Oh my gosh, I had a great
Traveling all
day
day
with my
yesterday.
family. I had my family Sunday fun day. It was fantastic. I was like, all right, let's all go home and watch the Knicks.
Yep.
They're playing the Cavs. It should be they just beat a good Mavericks team.
Yep.
You know what I
2-7.
mean? Good game. I'm like, they should handle the
Knicks were
Cavs.
2-7.
Yeah,
After they beat. I think after they beat them.
We lost to
No,
Cleveland.
that was their second win.
We got worked by
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Colin Sexton was out there looking like fucking
God.
Jesus Christ.
These are not bad, man.
Incarnated.
Okay.
Still, it's Cleveland. It's a home game.
But the fucking organization, they're talking about, James Dolan right now is talking about bringing Masai Ujiri, who's the president of the Raptors, to the Knicks.
Kev's finally not a believer.
No. Can we just talk about
Yo.
this for 1 second? Dolan's thinking about bringing Masai Ujiri to the Knicks. I am 100% convinced that James Dolan hates black people. Why? Because why would you ruin this many black people's lives?
Oh, my
Specifically, the black president. Specifically, I
Black
truly.
coach, the black GM.
He's ruining jazz music with his band. Anything
my
black
God.
he can get his hands on, he is ruining. You know what team that James Dolan owns that seems to be doing okay?
The Rangers.
The Rangers.
The Rangers always
That
fun.
white hockey sport seems to be doing okay, isn't it? But when them blacks are playing a sport, all of a sudden it's the worst management. It's the worst. It's the worst GM. It's the worst everything. The fact that they're thinking about firing Tisdale. Real
Tisdale.
talk, dude. Honestly, this is Kardashian levels of fucking over black men that James Dolan is in, right? Because he is Fizdale, head coach, is about to get replaced. As if anybody could do anything else with this fucking team
What the fuck?
that we have.
What did they?
Son, you need Iron Man, you need Captain America, you need a lot of organizational shit to make the Knicks work right now.
Dog.
The fact that Steve Mills and who's the other bum that's running
Scott
it?
Perry.
Steve Mills and Scott Perry, those fucking Franks and
I'm
Beans.
not mad at Scott Perry. Steve Mills is the one who's the
They're
fucking...
both Franks and fucking
Steve Mills
Beans,
is the
idiots.
fucking,
Doesn't matter. But Franks and Beans, those guys are talking about firing Fizdale. Guys,
Bruh, here's my thing. The thing, what
what do you want Fizdale to do? This
know
is
me.
black on black crime.
I've
I
gone-
think this is akin to what's happening in Chicago. I think it's akin to what's happening all around the world. Like, this is like Rwanda-esque
It
black
was-
on
I
black
ain't gonna
crime that's
hold you.
happening in the Knicks organization. Real talk.
I ain't
Real
gonna hold
talk.
you. It was
What's
so-
happening
Mills out
at
here acting like
It
a
was
real
so fucking
Hulu
weak,
or a
bro.
tutu right now.
Tutti or Hutu? I don't know.
Tutu,
But
that's what it is.
Hotel Madison Square Garden is not the place to be. Okay?
It was such a weak fucking move, bro. Like the whole fucking. They had the press conference right after the game. Like, yo, we're sorry. Like, we thought we were gonna compete a little more. Da 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 da. Like, the dude's a dead man walking now. Fizdale.
James Dolan hates black people. He hates black people. He is trying to ruin everything black. Think
And they're gonna
about
try
it.
and convince people
He
that
got
Fizdale's
Oakley
a bad
banned
coach.
from the Garden.
Oakley banned from the Garden.
Isaiah Thomas seen as a sexual predator now.
Isaiah Thomas, seen as himself. What else?
Melo can't get a job.
Melo can't get a job. He hired an Asian. He was like, all right, let's see what this
I talked
works.
to Jamal Crawford. I was like, yo, if the Knicks call you right now, you answer the phone? He's like, yeah, answer the phone. He's like, I'd love to come play for New York.
Really?
Yeah. Quote unquote. That'll go out tomorrow for you. Well, today, you guys. But I'm like, I don't know why you would, but like, you're just
He just wants a contract. He just loves
he,
ball. That
he
guy
loves
is getting
hooping, bro.
buckets,
Like, that's a motherfucker I think he could ball to like he's 45 years old. Get buckets.
James Dolan hates black people. He hates everything black, and he's trying to destroy everything black from the inside out. That is a fact. He will destroy jazz music with his band. He will destroy basketball. He will destroy front office management. Do you think that the two black guys that are running the Knicks right now are going to get another job in the front office?
Oh my god.
Do you think?
Oh
You
my
think
God.
Scott Perry or Steve Mills can get another job in basketball after this abomination? Of course not. And you know what? They could be competent guys.
Here's my thing.
But James Dolan will not let them win because he hates black people.
Scott
James
Perry's
Dolan hates
had,
black people.
Scott
There's
Perry's
something-
had like success. Steve Mills is the one. I'm like, you've been there for 20 years, dude.
Bro, he
how
hates
are you still employed?
black people. The two black people he hired both have white names, Scott and Perry. Both Steve and Mills. Like,
Steve, Scott, and David.
dude, come on, bro. Steve, Scott, and David.
Sounds like a boy band. Oh man.
The problem is
fucking Knicks
obviously
fan.
Dolan, and I think the cat's out of the bag. I think we know what's going on. He is a deeply racist man who hates black people and hates black success and hates black empowerment, and he's doing everything he can to suppress that. And I think, if I'm being honest with you, I think it's far worse than the guy who owned the Clippers. What was the guy who owned the Clippers?
Sterling.
Sterling just didn't want his wife around one black guy that had fucking AIDS. Right? That's not even that crazy. You know what I
$1
mean?
billion. Like, come on.
There's just one fucking black guy with HIV that's a reasonable thing to say to your fucking wife, okay?
And to be fair, he didn't say he didn't want him to be around him. He said, just don't take pictures with them. You can do whatever. He was like, you can fuck them, you can hang out with them, whatever. Just don't take pictures of them. It makes me look bad.
I don't want my friends thinking I got AIDS. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. When it comes, nobody has destroyed black lives like this man, James Dolan. I've seen his band live. Why would you do that to yourself? Because they made us go to this thing when I was on a TV show that was owned by his network, right? A TV show that he promoted because it was about hockey. Interesting. That
you know what else MSG owns? You remember that channel Fuse?
Yeah.
You ever seen a good black show on Fuse? A good hip hop show on Fuse?
They just take whatever from Complex.
Oh, shit.
Well, Complex also got Flagrant Fit of the Week now, so
that's right.
Let's go ahead and Complex get
you're
the
welcome.
smoke both ways.
I know you're listening. I know producers over there, you're listening to this right now because you listen to it every week. You're welcome for these gifts that we give you. But we're out here supporting creativity, okay? Unlike James Dolan, which is trying to squash black dreams.
that.
What is that?
They're biting.
Oh, of course
we don't
they
support
biting.
that shit.
But we know they biting. We've been
but
so
that's
is fucking First Take. So
like-
all of them.
Didn't they ask us to come to fucking Complex Fest or whatever the shit?
They
did?
reached out.
Yo, emphasis on the con.
Something. Do their podcast thing. The podcast thing. They just
Hey,
did
let
all
us
that.
convince you we're cool.
I got no problem with Complex, man, but that was, come on, son. You got to
Son,
pay homage.
James Dolan, shockingly racist man.
Is it shocking? Not that shocking.
I mean,
Not that shocking.
thou doth protest too much, bro.
How the hell do you think you'll pull a guy like Masai Ujiri?
Masai Ujiri.
Masai.
He's
Masai?
Nigerian.
When the Masai's not the
There's
Nigerian
one of them.
name.
How do you not know his name?
Masai's not a Nigerian name.
He is.
You should
Masai?
know Masai's name, yo.
Whatever. You know what I mean. How the fuck do you think you could?
Guys, you just
Son.
let down your people, son.
Son, you
You
really
let down
did,
our
bro.
people.
Because I mispronounced the.
Yo, you
you,
let
Alex.
that.
You
I'm
good?
your
10%
people.
Nigerian.
Oh,
I'm
you not
claiming
Puerto
that
Rican
shit.
today,
Yo, you
Alex?
10% Nigerian, bro.
You're not Puerto Rican now?
Come on,
I
yo.
claim it, son.
Real
I'll fuck
talk.
with Nigerian names.
Son,
all
he
the
like the
good ones
Elizabeth
one day,
Warren of
goddamn.
Nigerian.
Yo,
Exactly.
real talk, bro.
Yeah.
You might be.
I got a little.
I found out I'm Nigerian.
Yeah?
I am.
Nice.
I'm 90% Nigerian. For real. I just did a 23andMe. James Dolan got a 23andMe test you can take to find out how black you are.
That's why Andrew Show didn't make it past the first season.
That's why. It was
They
like,
pulled the
oh,
plug.
all that.
He's trying to test you. He was like, hold on, wait a minute.
What's this Eurobub motherfucker doing on our network? We only kill careers over here.
Oh,
Yo, real
Jesus.
talk, Melo might be a good basketball player. Melo might actually
Let's
be a
not
good
get
black.
crazy.
Yeah, you're right. Let me stop. Let me pump the
Y'all
brakes
really
on that one.
think y'all
Say ridiculous
y'all
things.
watching? You watch what's the dude on the Lakers?
James
Contavious
Contavious Caldwell-Pope.
Caldwell-Pope.
Yes,
And Melo can't get a look.
son.
Jared Dudley can't get off the bench
Because Contavious Caldwell-Pope will shut the fuck up if somebody says something to him.
Exactly.
Melo's
He'll
done
play
nothing
his
but
role.
shut the fuck up for the past year.
Son, no, he
All he
hasn't.
does is do videos of Chris Brickley and just be like, "Yo, somebody please sign me. I'll do anything."
He's too thirsty. He's really
Now he's too thirsty.
He used his equity up, yo.
Oh,
It's done.
man.
I don't believe you.
I don't know, bro.
I don't believe you.
What is he really going to offer your team?
There's a point at which you're not good enough.
Buckets.
Not really, though.
Buckets,
Not
bro.
really, though.
Buckets. There's motherfuckers in
really.
here that cannot go and get you a bucket.
Not really.
And whatever the fuck you say about this dude, he
Not
can
really,
still
though.
do that.
Not really, though.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
gosh.
He should go drive a fucking Subway.
Even Chris Paul looks fucking good right now. He's in the Thunder.
Yo, what team is he on?
On the Thunder.
How much did we forget about Chris Paul? I forgot he was in the league.
Dog,
until this
and they were
week.
like winning games. They look actually like not terrible. They're
Do they
better than
really?
the Rockets.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Yo, did you see that video of him blowing the guy?
What?
No, I'm just joking.
Oh, wait, they're not better than the Rockets, but still. Damn, what?
Yo, how are the Clippers 6 and 3?
That's 4 more games than I thought they was gonna win. My fault.
Yo, the Clippers 6 and 3. Oh, because Kawhi taking rests.
Yeah, rest day. Everybody's 6 and 3. Look how fucking stacked this goddamn.
Look at my
conference
Lakers,
is.
bro. That's my team, bro. Yo, look at my Lakers, bro. The Lake Show. That's my team. You know
I
what I
think the
mean?
Nuggets are gonna make it to the finals. I don't know if I'm an idiot for that, but I think
Nah, I fucks with the
that's
Nuggets.
who I think is doing it.
I don't know, bro.
I heard they don't look quite as good right now, but
What?
No,
that was my
Jokic
pick early
didn't
on.
look
I'm
that
not gonna lie.
good.
Nuggets is a word that I don't even feel comfortable saying. Nuggets, bro.
Too many N and G's.
It's a lot of NG in that one, bro.
NG's and S's in
Nuggets?
there, bro.
Yo,
I respect that. I respect the commitment.
nougat.
Son, nougat. I don't even like.
Nougat sounds like you combining two.
Right? Nah, nougat is like the shit inside the Snickers.
Like
Like,
when black
even
people are
Snickers don't sound right. This whole thing is a game to get you to say the N-word, bro. I was watching this Nuggets game. I started eating some nougat. You ever have a Snickers? You're like,
when you hit that
whoa.
second N-word, I got uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Dog.
you gotta lean into that K when you say Snickers. You can't just roll.
Snickers.
You can't be like, oh, let me get a Snickers.
Snickers. Or like underwear.
Snickers.
Snickers.
Underwear is terrifying, bro. I can't even say it.
The underwear in England.
Yeah, what they call it in England. Yeah.
Yeah.
What, Knickers?
I call them knickers.
Yeah.
Knickers?
You have
I
to.
pronounce the K in
You
that
have to,
motherfucker.
yeah.
It's in the underwear
Knickers.
thing.
Knickers.
You know that thing when they mix shit for bars and shit? It's called
Cum?
a swigger.
Oh, swear. Oh, yeah. I don't know that one.
Wow, you really wanted to say that.
They call it's called a
A
what?
swigger.
Oh no, that's too close, bro. That's too close, bro. Could you say that one?
Swiggers?
Yeah.
Swigger don't bother me.
Yeah.
Swigger.
Listen,
Swagger, that's fine.
that is true. That is true.
Swagger's fine. Okay.
Swiggers never bothered me. I'm
Dagger?
actually more comfortable around
That's
Swiggers. Like those guys.
Swiggers?
Yeah, Swiggers make me comfortable. I mean, you guys are cool too, but you know.
What is a swigger?
What, the thing in the bar, right? That's what it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it's like a Swedish. No.
Like a Swedish dude with brown hair.
That's what they were calling ASAP in jail. And Alex.
Oh god.
Son, ASAP going back to Sweden, son.
Bro.
Because you got to.
For why? Nah, to do a
No, he's
show.
do a show out
I
there.
respect it.
Fuck that.
I respect the balls on
Son.
it, bro. If I'm him, I'll tell him when he goes over there, I'll tell him to eat
We not
all my
going-
dicks.
You can't go back.
He's got to tell him to eat a dick.
We're not
Can't
doing
go
a show there. We're not supporting that.
Yeah, fuck all that.
And people go, it's not all the Swedish people. We know it's not all the Swedish people. Obviously, it's not the Swedish people. We fuck with Swedish people. But your government conspired to keep him in prison. So when a government conspires to keep a guy in prison
Can't
against
fuck
false
with it.
pretense, you can't feel safe there.
Yeah.
You know what I
Even
mean?
if they paid you, how much? Was it 12 million?
He
Probably a
can't
couple
need that,
million.
yo. He can't need that bag
So
that much.
Switzerland,
Sweden, son.
Sweden, whatever, same shit.
Yo, man. Yo,
To Sweden.
not all white countries are the same, bro. God.
Yes, they-
What's the difference between Sweden and Switzerland right now?
3,000 miles.
Chocolate.
Chocolate? Good answer.
The army knives.
Good answer. Army
Meatballs.
knives is good. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Well, Wiener Schnitzel.
No, no, no.
Meatballs is
Switzerland?
Sweden.
So
army
s-
knives
yeah.
is Switzerland.
Switzerland, they speak a bunch of different languages.
Yeah, Roger Federer is Swiss. He speaks like
I
7
heard
languages.
They
Switzerland's
make them
like white.
watches.
You
Switzerland is.
Switzerland's.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
that's
right
what
about
people
it.
told
That's
me.
well
Like,
said.
If you really want to be white, obviously,
It's so funny.
Switzerland's where.
Got a line in my fucking act with that. We might have to
Yeah,
cut that. Yeah,
you gotta cut it.
Yeah, anyway,
Damn.
but go on.
All right,
We could
anyway.
bleep. We could bleep.
Yeah, I thought you were hating. I was like, why you ain't laughing? That's great.
Because I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's all
But,
good.
but,
fuck, Drake got booed. Talk
son,
about that.
first of all, this guy Drake, when he's getting booed, I don't know if you guys are watching. There's Tyler Creators,
Camp Flognog.
guy's a
Camp
G, man.
This
Flognog.
festival that he does every year. Yeah.
It's Wolfgang backwards?
Wolfgang
Oh, I
backwards,
thought it was
yeah.
Wang Golf.
Nah, it's Golf Wang. That's
Golf
the shit.
Wang.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it's like, I just imagine you're playing golf with your dick.
Maybe. I don't know. That's
It's
probably why. he named it.
Wolfgang?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so Tyler's got amassed this great following. It's really brilliant what he's been able to do and curated this amazing audience. And he asked Drake to, I guess, perform at this festival that he throws. And then they fucking booed Drake and because he wasn't Frank Ocean.
Right.
Can I read his tweets
Yes.
today? Okay, let's see.
Tyler, the Creator's
Tyler, the Creator's tweets. He said, quote, I thought bringing one of the biggest artists on the fucking planet to a musical festival was fire. But flip side, a little tone deaf, knowing the specific crowd it drew. Some created a narrative in their head and acted out like assholes when it didn't come true, and I don't fuck with that. This nigga did feel no ways. Song is beautiful. Also, mostly everyone was having a great time. Those shits in the front area were the ones being mad rude, which I can see why. But nah, fuck that. Y'all misrepresented me and flogged to my guests and made us look so entitled and trash. That shit was like mob mentality and cancel culture in real life, and I think that shit is fucking trash. Nigga did feel no ways. That song is beautiful. Most guys don't do album cuts. Thank you, Aubrey. Like, I love that song and thought that would never happen. And he really did that for me, and I appreciate it because he did not have to come at all. See Our Worlds Come Together was so great in theory. But hey, man, shit happens. All jokes aside, low-key funny, ha, ha, ha. Aside from that, hope everyone had a good time again. No rest, no bullshit, man. A lot of people enjoyed it. Thanks again. Again, thank you, Drake. I'm fucking pissed. Hotline Bling was next, and that's my fucking shit. I'm going to play that in the shower right now. Okay, last tweet. I was in the front, and I hear Tyler. And I look to my left, and this girl, red-faced, puffy, waterfall of tears, looked into my soul and said, trembling with anger, what the fuck is this shit? Nigga, I turned away so quick, she was pissed, bro. And that was it. That shit was not cool, dog. And he ended it with a K.
So I had a theory about this. I've never been to a Tyler show.
Great show. Puts on a great show.
Is his audience predominantly male?
Yeah. It's a nice little mix. Tyler brings out some
I
women.
would suspect
Ever
that
since
his audience is predominantly male. I would suspect that, and there's nothing wrong with that, at all.
Yeah.
But I would suspect his audience is predominantly male. And the thing about Drake is
He brings out the bitches.
Yeah.
Oh, outside bringing about the bitches. It's not about him bringing them out. It's he performs to them. So imagine is 90% dudes, right? And like skateboarder-y, kind of like hipster-y dudes. And Drake is singing love songs to you, and you're like, all right, man. All right, get out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
Now, that premise holds true until you realize who they actually wanted to perform. Which was the gay guy.
Yeah.
Who was going to sing those love songs about you to you. They wanted they booed Drake for Frank Ocean. Can we acknowledge Frank Ocean is one of the most overrated artists in the history
holy
of
fuck.
music?
Can we talk about
Get
it?
the hype. I
Can we
mean,
talk
he's
about
good,
it?
but
Son.
like
How? What is he
because he
saying?
vanished.
Can I read
that's
one more
why.
thing
The most
before-
brilliant marketing he could have possibly done is just go
That's
the
how
fuck
you
away.
know that Tyler's fans are super hypebeasts because they like the shit they can't get.
Yeah.
They treat him Frank Ocean like a Jordan release.
Let me read one more fan
Off-White.
account.
Some Off-White.
He's the Virgil of music.
Yes.
Virgil Records. That's what they should call themselves. Virgil Records Megastore opening up in Times Square.
Now, this is from somebody who attended it, and he said, and this is making the rounds on Reddit. Okay, it wasn't as simple as spoiled crowd booed Drake because they were expecting Frank. Like, it was partially that, but that shit went down because so much confusion it was set up to fail. Here's what happened. The entire festival is at this set, and it's fucking packed. Tyler comes out 5 minutes late and says, thank you for coming, yada, yada, yada. Can I bring out some friends? Crowd gets hype, and A$AP Rocky comes out, plays 2 songs, and leaves. Tyler comes back out, says, can I bring out another friend? Crowd gets hype. Lil Uzi Vert comes out, plays 2 songs, and dips. Tyler does it again. This time Drake comes out. Drake plays a song, says, Tyler wanted me for 1 or 2 songs, but can I play some more if you want? Plays like 5 songs, and people are hype, but he keeps alluding to almost being done, so people don't know if he was the final person or what. He then says he has 2 more songs, and people are like, cool. There's still like a half hour. That means more performances. He finishes the 2 songs and says, do you guys want more? And everybody was like, maybe. Like, no one knew what was happening. And so apparently he didn't like the response, so he just walked off. And then nothing. Literally stood there for 15 minutes, not knowing if it was over or what the fuck was happening. Finally, the lights go on, and the words, thanks for coming, comes on the big screen. I wasn't at the front, so maybe I didn't hear the boos, but people were trying to get down to the songs from what I saw. And while the people around me at least were disappointed if Drake was the finale, so to speak, they would have been fine and enjoyed the set if they had made it clear no one else was coming.
Yeah.
I saw the video.
I didn't watch it.
It's some people were there, some people weren't. I thought that he handled it so graciously, and this is why he's been on the top of the game for 10 years, is like he literally just goes to them. He sees the booze. He goes, listen, I'm here for y'all if y'all want me to be here.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm down to perform for y'all if y'all want it. Do you want me to keep going? And then there's some rise and there's some booze. And he goes, all right, y'all, thank you so much. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Like, in that moment, and we've all had that moment on stage as comics where we just go into fuck you mode and just start tearing the fucking crowd apart and digging in. To have that humility,
Yeah.
son, that's why he's been on top of the game. And
you
someone
gotta
asked
do.
him about it. He's like, you got to welcome the humbling moments. That was a humbling moment. He's the biggest rapper in the world, has been for the last 10 years, and motherfucker got booed. Like, that is...
It made me feel so good
Why?
because, like, he's so successful. He's so fucking successful. And this guy who's made almost like $1 billion making whatever the fuck he was still found a crowd of people who didn't fuck with him.
Yeah.
So if there's any like thing to take from that, it's like, yo.
If he hasn't already, and this is from someone who's not a fan, if he hasn't already, he's going to be in that GOAT conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Right next to
He was just named
Jay-Z.
Artist of the Decade. Like, Nobody's been bigger than him in the 2010s.
It's not, but it's gonna be like they're gonna look at Jay-Z like whatever, man. Jay-Z's a better businessman. Drake's a better rapper. Drake's a better like. It's gonna be a real debate too, and you're not gonna have a lot of grounds to disagree.
Oh yeah, because he's got the thing that Drake has that Jay-Z never really had was like those
Jews.
hit songs. Those Jews too.
Jews for sure.
Jews and Canadians. That is very true. But Drake got those hit songs, man. Like Hov was always like
Hov never had bangers.
he never
like
had
that, bro.
hits like that. Like he had a handful. He had like Hard Knock Life. He had fucking Empire
Big
State of Mind.
Pimpin'.
Big Pimpin'. And even Big Pimpin' wasn't like huge. Like Hotline Bling was huge. Fucking God's Plan.
I remember Big Pimpin' being huge.
Like this.
Nah, Big Pimpin' was popping.
It was
I remember a lot
popping
of
for
big
us.
Jay-Z songs.
Trust me. I understand what you say about like big song, but we talking about like massive, like Z100, top 40, like number one. You beating out Taylor Swift, Madonna, those type of shits. Like
I understand what he's saying.
those type of
He's
shit.
he
Fair
crossed
enough, yeah.
over to mainstream, just music in
Yeah.
general, not just hip hop.
Yeah. Big
yeah.
Pimpin's big to us, but like Jay-Z don't got a bigger song than God's Plan. Jay-Z don't got a bigger song than fucking
Jay-Z don't got
Hotline
one
Bling.
dance.
He don't got no dances.
He ain't got one dance, bro.
He don't got like it's
Jay-Z kind of trash. You right.
All right, don't say all that. We ain't gonna say all that shit, bro. But it's
No.
you almost had me there. Almost had me.
Stir up the pot, baby. Stir up the pot.
Nah, I definitely do like foresee a future, a world where people don't even look at Jay-Z as a rapper, like on some Charles Barkley shit. Like kids are just like, oh, that's just the funny guy on TNT. It's like, no, Charles Barkley
Got buckets.
was the shit when he played ball. The shit.
Charles the man, bro.
Yeah.
Charles the motherfucking
This is the
man.
beginning of the end for Drake.
You think it's beginning of the end?
Wow.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Whoa.
How
So
so?
the people have always loved him.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever seen the people not love him.
But these are the types of people that don't
It's the
love.
type of people not to
Yeah,
love.
but it
No,
doesn't
like
matter.
this crowd, his crowd, like Tyler's crowd,
Yeah.
I imagine reflects Tyler and his life, which is a little bit outcasted. They're like Tyler's like the Black Insane Clown Posse. And his fans are like that version as well. Like, we didn't fit into the stereotype of our race.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking
No,
about?
I get what you're saying.
Juggalos.
But
They're black.
Yeah,
juggalos.
they're like black misfits.
black
and also the
juggalos.
white kids that feel a little weird, and they also skateboard, and they're all like, hey, we're all outsiders. But then
Yeah.
again, you all hang out with each other, so you're not outsiders. You have your own group, but you want to figure
look,
it out.
Like
Their
Tyler,
leader-
Tyler built this entire fan base off of being like the anti-Drake.
Yeah, but their
Like-
leader, who's Tyler, invited Drake out.
Yeah.
So they should automatically like the person that their leader is telling you, hey, I'm inviting to my concert.
Right.
So the fact that the people are going against their leader and booing Drake,
Yeah.
that means Drake is starting to lose fan faith.
10 years is a long time. to be on
I
top.
know he's been on top for a
Everybody
long time.
got
Everybody got to
time.
go down. This is the beginning of the end.
Everybody
But
got
just
time.
like that,
I
now,
think he's too
now he's got
smart.
something to prove.
I think he's too smart, bro.
Yeah.
I think
I
the
think
guy's too smart.
it's similar to what happened with Jay-Z after Ether, where the push thing, I think Drake recovered quicker, but like there's still a little like weird thing, but it'll
It's a
eventually
chink
go
in the
away.
armor.
It definitely
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a chink in the armor because I can't even listen to like If You're Reading This Is Too Late anymore. And I love that project. That was like my favorite Drake project at one point. But now I just hear what's his name? Quentin what's the
Quentin Miller.
dude?
Quentin Miller.
Quentin Miller. I just hear the fucking reference tracks every time I put on a song. I'm like, damn, he really ruined that album for me. Or Meek ruined that album for me.
Dude, isn't it so weird that you can say chink in the armor?
I was, yo, when you said that shit, I was
I
like,
was avoiding
Think
it, but I
about
was like,
that.
nah, I'm gonna use this
No, this is a
opportunity to say it.
completely it's a complete normal term. You can say chink in the armor. You can't say chink in the armchair, right? That would be super racist. You can say chink in the armor, but not chink in the armchair. And there
Can you
is
imagine if you made that slip up on like a
on
TV
national
broadcast?
TV, like what? Say what? What'd they say?
Oh, was it the Jeremy Lin thing?
Yeah, so
Yes,
they said
I
that
remember
about Jeremy Lin. That
What'd
there's
they
a
say?
chink in the armor. I'll
Oh no,
look
they
it up
said
exactly.
armor though. But imagine if you were like, it's just one of those chinks in the armor, and then everybody was just like,
It
wait,
just opens the door.
what?
Are we hiding chinks in the armor? Like, it would be a crazy thing to say. It just shows you, like, what that type of thing shows you, right? It exposes the absurdity of like language and meaning that we put into language, right?
Yeah.
They're literally just sounds that we make out of our mouth, and we add all the meaning to them. Like the N-word thing, where we couldn't even say words that were around the N-word. Why? It's just sounds. They're literally just sounds, and people will fight someone outside of Walmart because you say that sound to them. Why give someone that much power over you?
Feels good.
That Popeyes video though of the guy getting fucked up, that shit was hilarious.
What happened?
You saw
Yeah,
that?
but they did that to take his chicken sandwich. It
I
had
know,
nothing to do with the
I know.
N-word.
But that's what it's But
They lied. He
was
never even called him
No,
N-words.
yes, he did.
No, he didn't. They made that up.
Son, you see, it's a video.
He goes, "Have a nice day, guys," and they're like, "Yo, he called us the N-word. Take his chicken sandwich."
Son, but that video.
Can I talk about that chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
What?
Yo,
It's not as good as it was the first time.
bro, the new shit stepped on, B.
Really?
The new shit is stepped on.
It's
yo.
mids?
Yo, like, I don't know what they did with the OG formula. The OG formula had some crack sprinkled in there or something like that.
I think there was something wrong with the old one.
You think something was wrong with the old
It was a
one?
mistake.
No. I think they put something in it that shouldn't have been. That's why they pulled it quick before they got caught.
Before people started testing it.
Really? I
Yeah,
could see that.
I think so.
Oh.
I could see that.
And what do you think they put on that just made black people go crazy?
Extra chicken.
MSG. I'm thinking MSG.
Extra chicken. Maybe what's MSG?
Watermelon seeds.
MSG is like a type of salt.
Yo,
Salt.
Yeah.
let me tell you
But
one
you
thing.
put that shit in.
It's really
oh
bad
my
for
god,
you,
it
though.
tastes amazing.
It tastes amazing, right?
Yeah.
But it's horrible for you.
Yeah.
And that's why James Dolan named it MSG. because it feels good while it kills you.
The Knicks don't even feel good.
No.
Think about the Knicks name, the Knickerbockers. He has the
Oh, you
N-word
right
built
about it.
into it.
You
He's
right
a
about
racist
it.
man. He's a truly racist man who hates black people, bro.
Yo, you ain't
He
wrong.
named
you
his
right.
team the Knickerbockers so he could say the N-word freely around them. Yes, the team was named way before him, but it doesn't matter.
Get
He
around
bought that
Knicks.
team. Get around Knicks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my
And
gosh.
that's why he wants them to lose all the time, so he can always hear, man, they whooped the hell out of them Knicks.
Yo!
Pretty sure he
Hey,
had
they
a few
really
slip
beat
ups.
them Knicks like
Dude,
they
yeah,
stole
he's
something,
probably-
which
yeah,
they
he's-
probably did.
Yeah.
He's like, "Where's those Knicks? I mean, Knicks." He's like, "Where's the Knicks?"
Every year, I
Son,
hope
James
something
Dolan,
happens like
racist man.
that. Just give him that.
Racist man.
Give him that Sterling,
Son,
bro. That's all I
Aren't you
need
trying to
this
do
one
the
time.
Garden one day, son?
Say what?
Aren't you trying to play the Garden one day?
We gonna delete all this?
Don't.
I'm about to say I just got proof for press passes now. Like,
No, we gonna
be in the
we
building
gonna work
Thursday.
this
I gotta
out.
see
We
Chris
gonna work
there.
this
Still
whole
need
shit.
to fucking somebody to put the old episodes on Patreon only.
Man, we gonna figure that out. Look, right after this racist ass Dolan gets out of office, we need to get Dolan out of office, bro. That's what it is. That's how much I care about my Knicks.
You guys got to figure out scandals. If I got any Cowboy fans that want to get a Me Too for Jerry Jones, you got a girl that you're willing to serve
well, at least
up?
Jerry Jones is like he keeps you on the conversation for like.
Bruh,
good
it's
shit.
it's. Listen, I'm not gonna say.
Y'all don't be in the
y'all's is
lottery
probably worse.
dwelling.
Yeah, y'all's is probably worse, but it also sucks to just always have hope and then lose it. But they're both just you got to get them out of there.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Dude, who plays the lottery more than black people?
Spanish folk.
Spanish.
This is true.
People of color love the lottery.
Get them numbers.
Right?
Play my numbers.
Yo, do Indians play Lotto?
If it's only when it gets like
Stop
massive.
it. They sell it.
Like the what the.
Sell it, yeah, about that. That ain't wrong.
Not wrong at all.
They got it right there.
I wonder if we get margins on the lotto tickets. I've
They
been
be
wondering.
holding that shit up to the light like, is the trying
yo,
to find the right one?
Stores that win, they get a cut.
Yeah, you get a piece.
Yeah,
Oh, word.
and they own all the stores.
Yeah.
They got it.
That's
son.
how we hustle, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, MVP convo.
Lamar
Jackson.
I still go Russell Wilson,
Bro.
but
Son, Lamar's looking impressivo.
Bro.
Impressivo.
I tweeted this yesterday. If NFL players have Heisman moments, yesterday was this fucking Heisman
Ooh,
moment.
that little
dog.
spinny?
That little
I need to see
fucking
that. Can somebody
dog.
pull that up? I was traveling
Bruh.
until the show, and then I
It was
the show.
Vic-esque.
Son.
Vic-esque, bro.
Started running downhill like Vic.
Yeah.
Remember when Vic would really put on the jets and it seemed like his legs were catching up to his body?
Dog,
like a cartoon
you would
runs,
watch it
you know?
in slow motion and it's
Son.
still moving mad fast. Like,
Just murdering it. Just
motherfucker
fucking
is,
murdering it.
yo. And we should never, ever, ever.
The better he gets at passing, too, it's
Oh,
gonna get,
perfect
like,
passer
unfair.
rating today, by the way. Last game. Perfect passer rating. Here it goes, right here. Boom. Fake option. Excuse me. Whoop. Excuse me. Whoop.
Son.
Excuse
and
me.
we
Gone.
Son, and we gone.
Gone. Step. Spin.
Ooh.
Gone. Gone. No one's touching him.
Untouched.
That's just like game day.
Jesus
Out
Christ.
of here, son.
And
We
this is
are
a guy who
outta
hates to run.
Said he did.
He said, I would rather just sit in the pocket and throw. But if he could do that shit,
Yeah.
come the fuck on, dude.
But honestly, those are the types of plays where if he gets blasted by a linebacker or a safety when he does that.
Oh, he will
that's
one
him.
day.
Everybody will be calling him an idiot for it.
He will one day, but he's the best show in football right now.
High risk, high
It's not
reward.
even
That's
close.
why.
I
So
love
Steve
that.
Young said this. About any mobile quarterback, you have to learn to do most of your damage from the pocket. And I think that's part of it. Is you're concerned about this guy getting hurt, and that's always my concern with him, man. As someone who loves watching him play, I don't want him to get hurt. I need him to do this sparingly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take your shots when they're really necessary, but if he actually can throw, so
And
like
he seems like
Yeah.
he seems like he's
Threw
getting
the
better
hell
at
out of the
pocket
ball
passing
yesterday.
and wants to.
yeah.
Like Dak got better at pocket passing.
Yeah.
Dude, what was that video with Dak?
So I was watching with like limited audio in the green room.
Yeah.
And there's something like there's a way when you're scrambling to the left, you open up your hips a certain way and you can throw it better. So he was literally just doing that hip shift
Yeah.
to prepare for like if
Yeah.
I'm on the run. And then I didn't see any good real
I tweeted
memes about it.
one.
I thought there would be
I
one.
tweeted the best one.
That's
That
about
was a very New York one.
That's about to be the next dance on TikTok.
Bro.
Oh yeah.
The shit he's doing, they gonna
That shit
remix
blew
that
up.
shit. Yeah.
Overnight. You got it on my timeline, Eden? I just tweeted it out like a few moments ago.
But what was it?
Here it
This.
is. There it is.
So see how he's like opening up his
Put
hip.
up, put up that volume, though. Can you play that?
Yeah, no, don't play.
It's when black people are suavemente.
Yeah, he getting that shit.
Not for nothing. Looks like it feels great on the hips.
Yeah.
That shit looks
I'm like, damn, can I do that?
Yo, what
I'm
happened?
like, yo, somebody stretch me for that?
What?
Try to
You
do
think
it.
I can do that?
Yeah, come on.
Hold on. Let's see. Let's see.
You just gotta throw that. You just gotta throw that shit. Hey. You just gotta hit that.
You gotta get the wing.
Kaz only moving his upper body. Your
Yo,
hips
you gotta
ain't. Let me
wing it
give you
all
some
the
space, Kaz. Oh, okay, get that shit.
Son.
Hey.
Sorry, Kaz gonna do that too hard and dick slap.
Somebody's gonna Photoshop these dick slides. Oh gosh,
I don't mind.
that actually felt really good. No, thank you.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, Elvis Crespo, bro.
What else we
God.
got, boys? We got a long episode because we got the interview
Yeah.
as well. So we're gonna.
We
wrap
could
this
talk
one
about
up.
poor Gordon
Logan Paul?
Hayward. We could talk about KSI Logan Paul. LSU Bama was a great game. We could talk about Hermione dating herself. This bitch a loser in the books and real life.
That's funny.
Hey, bitch, don't nobody like you ever, huh?
She said, she's like, I'm not single. I'm self-partnered. You know what's so sad about that is she's admitting that she doesn't want to be lonely. So she made up like a fake best friend or something like that. Like self-partnered. Just say you alone. Say no one want to deal with your yapping about the environment. Is this the bitch that care about the environment?
Most bitches care about the environment.
But
Is this the Swedish bitch?
she does look a little
This
like
is
her.
Hermione Granger, yo.
She's
Ain't that the environment, bro?
It does look a little like
She
her.
ain't for Twilight bitch. That's not the Twilight bitch.
No.
No, this is the girl from Harry Potter that cares about the environment from Sweden.
You might be right. I don't know, though.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure she's
So
English.
cute right there. I'm
She's-
partner
she's
this dick up in You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean over here?
You know,
Shit.
back in the
I
day
didn't wanna
before
be
you had a girlfriend, of course.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right. Good save, Alex.
Son, I
Wish I would have had that a few weeks ago, motherfucker.
Nah, he
Wish I
remembered,
would've
bro.
had that.
He hit that. That's
Son,
why I was laughing.
that's how you know I was getting flagrant out here. I totally forgot. Look at Hermione out here, bro.
I know he remembered because he hit the no, I'm just kidding right away.
Dead ass
No, I'm
forgot.
just kidding.
No, I forgot about my girlfriend when I said that.
Oh god.
And then Alex reminded me.
Son, that's how much he loves Harry Potter.
Son,
he throw it all
and
away.
you know
bro.
what?
Son, I'm reading the books. Them shit
My girl
slap.
told me about Harry Potter, so that's on her. That's on you. Okay? That's on you.
You made me cheat.
You made me cheat. Now come get this Quidditch, bitch.
Why don't you ride my broom?
There we go. Oh, that's so
Jesus.
great, bro.
Yo, when I heard that,
Yo, isn't it
I thought
funny
it was
that
low key kind of fly.
what?
That self partner shit.
Why?
Son, that
Why?
shit-
Why is it
Cause
fly?
I could just run with that.
Yo, you know what's mad funny about?
Black women been doing this for decades, though. I got a man. His name is Jesus. It's the same thing. It's just
That's what we gotta
Ain't
tell
no worse than
bitches.
my son is my Valentine ass bitch. The fucking worst, yo. Like, come on,
Yo,
man.
that's funny though. You
Dressing
want to
up
tell
the
girls, tell girls that you're self-partnered,
Yeah.
so you can't be in a relationship because I'm self-partner right now.
Self-partner.
Oh,
Gang.
I guess a little bit. Yo, you know what's funny though about witches is that like, it's like, you know how they be riding on the brooms and shit, right? Mm-hmm. It's like even with all your magical powers, you still got clean. You know what I'm saying? Like these bitches can hocus pocus.
and a cauldron.
And a cauldron.
you doing is
cooking
cooking
and
and
cleaning.
Still cooking and
bitch.
cleaning, goddamn
That's
it.
all you are. Get out of here with your hocus pocus. Why don't you hocus pocus the bed? Okay? Why don't you get the fucking dustpan out? Let's go fix up this house.
Yo, this is hilarious. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, guys, it's been wild. We got an interview coming up right now with our guy Trevor Wallace. We'll do it after. Yeah. But very funny kid making his way in new media. I'm very proud of him, and I want to give him this platform to showcase his stuff. You guys might have seen some of his viral videos out there in the world. And I'm sure
We also
you'll
got
get
a
used to him.
podcast called Stiff Socks.
So he's got a podcast with our boy Michael Blaustein.
Oh,
We talk
love Blau.
about that
Yeah.
in the interview as well. Enjoy, and you already know. Keep it tight as always. It's been Flagrant 2. Pete. What's up, everybody? Now, my illustrious podcast hosts are not in town, even though you've probably listened to them for about an hour with me today. Akash is in Tempe currently because we're recording this on Sunday. And Kaz is probably doing anything else. That's Kaz's level of dedication to this podcast. He's doing anything. He treats us worse than his feet.
You got to see a picture of those feet, man.
No, you really don't.
You
really don't have to see. But we have a special guest here. I'm very excited to have on the podcast. I've been watching your rise and grind now for a while. You popped up on my radar. I think just by DMing me. You
Yeah. You were doing Oxnard Liberty Live out there, and I was like,
even
yo, man.
before that.
Yeah?
Even before that, yeah. This is Trevor Wallace, everybody. You probably have seen, 100% have seen some of the YouTube videos, tons of these viral YouTube videos. The first one I saw that really, I think I texted you about it, it was the dads.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I was fucking dying, man.
Yeah.
But you do these characters where you're mocking these figures, right?
Yeah. Figure stereotypes pretty much as a personality of somebody.
Yeah,
you know?
and you really get into character, and now you got other guys kind of doing it with you in some
Yeah.
like
Kind of
it's
just
expanding.
found this like little group of people that just like riff similarly, and I mean we don't write any of the shit. It's just turn the camera on, film for 45 minutes, condense it's like 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
For what I mean, I've never been a big like, here's a script, can you hit that line? Like it feels just so like static and not funny to me. So we just fuck around and get in
That's
character.
the hard part about acting.
Right.
Is like making
Bro,
a
I bombed
line.
so many auditions.
Yeah.
I mean, they send me out on legit shit, and I eat shit for it.
Yeah.
You know, I had to audition for Silicon Valley, ate so much shit for it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just
Because you're looking at it like, man, I could write this funnier.
right.
I would say this in this
with
moment.
that, and you're like, is that like a question mark or is that a comma? And then you're like saying it, and then you're just looking like in a mirror. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like a human. You're like, I'm trying to, I don't know.
No,
The whole
I get it
traditional side,
completely.
yeah.
It's so much easier to say shit that like comes to you organically.
Right. Exactly.
That's why look, I don't have a lot of respect for actors at all, but like there are certain things like we had Jeremy Piven on the podcast, and Jeremy Piven said he didn't ad-lib or improv a single line from Entourage. And while
that's crazy to me,
I was heartbroken because I thought that he wrote everything because
the
character was just so, I don't know, it was just so amazing.
Yeah,
but he's like, no, every word was in the script. And then I was like, okay, as an actor, that's pretty impressive because you made it seem,
right.
So you.
But it's like he's just bringing words to life. You know, shout out to the writers. You know, it's like where are the writers getting hose off this? Or is it just Jeremy Piven getting
Definitely
something?
not. I don't think writers get hose. And real talk, they should because they're the most powerful people.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're a really good writer,
all they gotta do is write in blonde, 38-year-old, looks like a Jessica. Oh, then the girl comes in named Jessica. She auditions. Oh wow, boom. He's the one getting you roles.
right?
Piven's out here just reading lines, saying shit, and fucking. Like,
Yeah,
where,
but there, like we were saying, it's hard to read a line.
it is.
It's hard to read a line and make it funny. Like it's the antithesis of everything that we learn in stand-up.
Yeah.
Like stand-up. Oh, I should say that your background is stand-up.
Yeah. Started stand up first.
Yeah.
Started stand up first.
Started stand-up first, then you started working for Russell Simmons.
Yeah. All Def Digital.
All Def Digital.
Yeah,
and I think
yeah.
that's when you reached out to me and you were offering to help me out with my Instagram.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it was great. And just like literally everybody who's ever worked with me, they like reached out and they're like, hey, you can do this better. And you were teaching me how to
I was just trying to reach up to the next level and be like, how do I get in with somebody?
That's exactly, that's what Mark did. That's what Alex did. You know, I'm sure, Eden, I don't know how you got here. You hit up Alex. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know the fuck this guy got here.
Who the fuck are
He's
you?
like, oh no, he's like, I sleep on the floor below. You're like, oh word, yeah.
But you did what so many people don't do, right? So many people are like, hey, can I open up for you on the road?
It's like, what does that add? What value does that add for you?
Zero value.
Right, exactly.
You like immediately came in with value, and I saw that you understood new media, and I was trying to get an understanding of new media at the time, and I'm not shocked at all to see what's happening, man. It's like really exploded for you.
Thank you, man.
So
It's been crazy.
So you catch this niche, right? And what do you even call it?
Shit. I mean, I feel like I just play the stereotypes that people know really well. It's like that because it's usually a trait of somebody.
Yes.
Because it's a lot of times for me, comedy is.
It'll be like hometown hero.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
The hometown bro.
Like the guy who never leaves home. That
Yeah,
was
the
it.
hometown guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah,
for that one,
yeah,
I just went down my Facebook. I don't fuck with Facebook really. It's it's a weird place. It feels like just like a shitty Applebee's. So like I go through it. And I just because what happened, that character, some dude messages me from my hometown. He used to be the quarterback, like stud, long hair, like fucking looked straight. He looked like
His long hair, good quality.
What was that? What was that
the
QB?
second thing he
Sonny?
said.
Oh, bro. I mean, as a high school quarterback, it doesn't
He
even
was a
matter, bro.
stud, long
you fucking
hair.
hand off the ball and you got good hair, you're getting ass. You know. He DM'd me one day. He's like, "Yo, I got a 3-year-old. If you ever need it for a video," and I was just like, "Bro, offering up a 3-year-old to be in a video, like," and I was just like, "What?" Like,
Dude, he throws passes, bro. That's what he does.
Bro,
he's still
so-
quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. He's just lobbing off that baby, fucking hot routing him. So I just heard that, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with people from my hometown?"
Right.
Then I started going through Facebook and
Where are
started
you
writing
from
that.
originally?
Camarillo, California. So
Camarillo.
you know Oxnard Levity Live Club?
Yeah,
That's like-
Camarillo's the outlets.
yeah. You
I
know the
know
outlets?
it.
Bro,
I went to
that's-
UCSB. Look at this.
Yeah, you did.
Santa
Yeah.
Barbara. What is this? Shellfish Company.
Yeah,
Come on, baby.
Camarillo. That's born and
I know
raised right
Camarillo.
there. Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
going. So you see him, you think he's a loser because he offers up his child to you.
I was just like, what
and
the
then
fuck
you
is
decide
wrong
to
with
make fun of
people?
him. You're a fucking sociopath. Dude.
Yo, yeah, I have to.
This poor guy is trying to
he's the
get a
type-
free babysitter.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Dude, that's all it was. I bet this
I gotta take care
douchebag
of
will watch my kid for 4 hours.
You gotta take us to the fucking lifted truck convention down in the street.
I
But
gotta go to Spearmint.
yeah, exactly. There is a spearmint rhino right in our town.
Santa
so
Barbara, bro.
Fucking shout him out.
Wait, you guys got one out in Camarillo too?
It's in Oxnard. It's like 10 minutes away. The spearmint.
Oh, they had one in Spearmint.
Is there a lot of spearmint rhinos? Is
Yeah,
that a chain?
it's chain.
Really?
Chain.
Wow.
Chain, yeah.
Oh, there was one called
like the Morton
PJs. That
Steakhouse.
was the one. That was the local one. PJs. It was it's in
PJs.
Oxnard. Yeah.
Okay, so you
Shout out
decide to
PJs.
just kind of like roast this one guy. Now, is he familiar you're making fun of him?
I probably, but I also think he's one of those guys that's like, hey, you see this? Yo, Trevor Wallace talking shit about me right now.
Yeah,
you know,
but he's
like,
hyped about
he's
it.
like dapping up a 3-year-old who just doesn't know what that is. The 3-year-old's just like, bro, what?
We
Give me
made
some
it.
titty milk, all right? Yeah. So I mean, I just take traits as just like shit I see around and just really just go with that, you know? Because
Right.
I think some of the videos that people do with like wigs and this stuff is like it's too overproduced. I just want something that people can be like, oh, that's so much like Mark. That's so much like this shit. You know, it's just
Right.
relatability and truth, and that's really comedy. And
Right.
I mean, yeah. If
But it wasn't accidental for you, and this is why I want to have you on. Because I try to give as much exposure to new media guys as I can, right? Guys who I think really understand new media, because we're going to be the people that are basically controlling this industry as, you know, regular Hollywood kind of falls apart,
yeah,
right?
I mean, I had some general meetings with some networks out here.
They don't get it.
What the shit they got coming for 2020? I was like,
Yeah.
what?
What were you talking to them about?
It was just like every network is like they're bringing back all these old shows, and it's like
Why do you think they're doing that?
because those hit back in the day, and they're like, well, you guys remember this show?
Right.
It's like, yeah, it was
Well, two reasons. One, it hit back in the day, but two, the only people that still watch TV.
are the people who used to watch that shit. Damn.
So they're making TV for older people. because the TV demo has gotten older because old people don't know how to work
but
YouTube.
when have reboots ever worked?
No, they slapped. Roseanne slapped until she went wild.
Until she took that, what did she take? Ambien or some shit and started wilding out on Twitter?
I don't think she took anything.
It's just straight
That's
up.
just who she was.
She just woke up. Yeah. She woke
just
up
said
racist
the girl
one day
looked
and was
like Planet of the Apes. And I'll be honest with you, she didn't not. She didn't not.
Yo, I retweeted that shit. That might have been the reason fucking people saw it.
Bro, she didn't not, Al. Did she not?
Yeah, it's cool. That's an edit point right there.
If it was anybody but Roseanne, people would have gotten away with it.
I don't think she looks like a monkey. I just want to point that out. We don't have to lose our careers off of this.
Thank you.
But back to what we were saying. So it seemed to me that that this was not like an accident with you. That like you were working at ADD for a while.
Yeah.
And then did you witness Russ do anything wild over there? Or what?
Russell he's so weird because he's very like a yogi, you know.
Yeah,
but on his
yeah,
Instagram, he would like post all these like motivational quotes, and then he'd walk in, like, "What the fuck y'all doing?" I'm just like, bro, what about the peace, love, and positivity shit? Where's the whole praying hands and robes and shit?
That's how Asians get down, bro.
Bro. I mean, he like
that yoga shit is for white people, bro. Because Asians stay murdering each other. Right? Like, have y'all ever gone to an Asian place that's calm? Go to Chinatown. Are they zen?
No.
They're just screaming, right? Fish flying out of buckets and shit. It's nothing yoga at all. India's crazy. Is India not crazy?
I think white people are the only ones that find peace and calmness in it.
Yes.
I've done, because Russell used to own a hot yoga studio and he gave us free passes and like,
right.
I went a few
Was
times.
That a grooming ground?
It was, bro, it was hidden. It was weird. It was dark. I didn't know what was going on.
Did you see him going after hoes or what?
They're not as, but it's like a yoga flex. It's like he would like be like touching the back of his heels while having a conversation like a bridge. Be like, oh yeah, what you doing after this? You know, just looking like a upside down U or something. But I mean, Russell. The funniest part about Russell is like he's still Russell Simmons. Like, people don't understand like how powerful he was back in the day. So like to see him become all zen and all that shit, and then like he in office like. He was intimidating. You know, I was an intern. He'd be like, who the fuck is this white boy? And I would just have to be like, I post your memes, sir. And he's like, man, what the fuck is that? It's just, but he's powerful and goddamn, I mean, it was cool to just work with somebody like that. I don't know. I think he's in like Bali right now. I think
he got out.
Charges hit and he's like, Dubai. And then just
where can I go where rape is legal? Allegedly, guys. Allegedly.
You guys didn't hear the asterisk on that? There was an asterisk next to that. I don't know what the fuck Russ is doing.
He did go to some weird ass like Thailand. What is it? It was in Bali, right?
I think it was Bali.
Bali's in Indonesia?
I think so.
I believe. Anyway, so I believe, bro. I believe.
He just dipped and was like, new life. And then, so.
You got $100 million in the bank. Probably got $100 million cash.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what the fuck he's doing.
He got away with it.
Yeah, I mean, is that the move? You just dip?
Yeah.
You just third world country it up?
Dude, that's it. Roman Polanski, bro. And he got to go to France.
Jesus.
How crazy is that? That like he went to France and America was like, hey, we need him back because he was like raping girls. And then France was like, well, how old were they? And then we were like 15. They were like, eh. And then they just defended him.
The mayor of France is
what does 15?
Metric system. Like, what the fuck? Dog years, you know.
And a year, take a year. Daylight saving, whatever.
Jet lag. You live here. Jet lag. Yeah.
Anyway, man. So here you are in this space. You're understanding actual new media.
Yeah.
And you're doing what I think some smart people do, which is like try to help somebody with a bigger platform than yourself.
Yeah.
You do that at ADD, right? You do that. You try to come to me, right? And then eventually you make this jump to do it yourself. What I want to know is when did that happen and what made you realize, okay, I'm going to start helping me instead of other people?
Yeah, one of the guys I work with, Kev on Stage. If you guys know him, the motherfucker, hilarious. He's like my mentor and everything. He's just like, I saw him doing it, and
Doesn't
I remember
he do a show with
Tony Baker. Tony Baker, and Tahir Moore tour together, but he also has a show. Righteous and Ratchet with Doughboy.
With Doughboy, I know that. Yeah, Akash
exactly.
was on that. Yeah,
right.
Shouts
Doughboy
to them,
wilding
man.
out. Yeah,
Shouts to
exactly.
Tony,
He was
man.
on that. Yeah.
Love all those guys.
Yeah, all those guys are so funny. So what's cool about ADD is it like kind of launched the career of so many people, and then once it went under, you know, the talent shined and everybody had a platform from that essentially. But I was working there. And I remember my first video that hit 1 million was like in 2017. I was fucking geeked. I was like, bro, like, where the
What was
hoes?
the
Do
video?
I quit? Where's the mimosas? You know? No, because I was still working a day job. And then,
Hey,
like,
Russ, let's get.
yeah, right.
Looks like we raping.
So get 10 million and we'll talk. I'm like, all right. Yeah, I had that, and I was just like, I like showed Kev, and he's like, fuck yeah. Well, I'm gonna get back to work. And then, it was just day-to-day stuff. I kept
What was
putting
the
that
video?
out. It was mocking like the Zoomies employees. That was like the early on, the first character I really did that did well.
Okay.
And then like a year ago, last September, I just felt it. I was like, man, I'm getting these views. I'm starting to get money from videos. I'm saving up money. Like I booked. When I really realized it is like kind of when, I don't know who it was. It's just like, bro, just book your own one-nighters. Do a door deal, book your own one-nighters, do local shit. You got a big market in San Diego. So I did my first like headlining gig in San Diego. And I was like, oh, I can pay rent off that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, if I do one-nighter a month, I'm set, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of talked to Kev on stage about it, and he's like, look, if I didn't have kids or a wife, I would have dipped months ago.
Right.
Yeah. So if I was talking to him, he's smart. He doesn't waste any money or any of that shit. So once he was like, oh, I would have dipped, I was like, word, I'm out. So pretty much, yeah, I had enough money saved up for like a couple months rent if shit hit the fan or whatever. And then right after that, I got a manager like a month later, and then I got an agent, and like it's just like things just like pop. Just time. Yeah.
Have they done anything for you?
They give me a bunch of like gigs, just college gigs and weekends.
The
and
agent.
shit. Yeah, the agents. Yeah.
Managers are useless, bro.
I mean, my manager's the cool part about my manager is he came from CAA as an agent in the touring world, so he's like a hybrid. So he just got me a bunch of shit in the beginning.
Oh, if they're bringing you money, it's fine.
Right.
But most of them, I just don't think managers, you need them anymore because you can DM anybody you need.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like
right.
who can a manager like introduce you to that you can't introduce yourself to, or your agent can't?
Right. Yeah.
Like who do you need to talk to?
It's true. Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I was just so new to everything. They're like, you need this, you need that. And then, I mean, that whole industry world is so weird. And I mean, I don't know how much stuff. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the waves of all this shit.
Sure.
You're like, had that, didn't have that. And, where you're at now, it's like, you just need you. You are the show. You are Andrew Schulz. Like, that's what the club is booking. You, and then
you're in a unique situation, too, because a lot of, like, the guys who come up from social, they don't have stand-up chops.
Right.
And then they have
to
learn
start.
it.
Yeah.
They have to learn it afterwards.
Yeah.
And some can like do it because they're just super talented, like that Joel McHale guy. Apparently he just learned stand up.
Really?
And I think he probably had some I don't want to say he had writers, but I don't know. Usually guys who don't do it and then do an hour usually maybe have a little help.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys don't have a skill to monetize.
Right. And then they're like, their agent will be like, we need to put you on a live show. And they're like, all right, what do I do? You got an hour to fuck around.
Yeah.
And bro, an hour is an insane amount of time.
Dog.
I mean, the first, even getting 10 minutes.
It's a long time listening to two people talk.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, right
like
now,
this
people
interview?
are like, man, shut up, Trevor. Goddamn, where's Akash, But yeah, no, it's crazy. I remember the first time, like, I had like early on, I had 10 minutes. Some guy's like, yeah, I do 15 tonight. And I was like, word? you could light me at 8 though, right?
Bro, I remember when I was starting stand up, I had this little audio recorder, and it looked kind of like a thick pencil, and I would get off stage and I would look at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember hitting 8 minutes and 56 seconds and going,
you're like,
I'm going to call it 9.
Yeah. Yeah, round up 10 and got a half.
Bro, I was
you're like
10,
messaging
bro.
everybody, getting a half hour, Netflix 15, I could stretch 5, but I mean, even just building a tight 10, because I was doing stand-up in the Bay Area in San Jose. I had, what I called 10 minutes out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I moved to L.A. with that Bay Area 10. I came down here and I was like, oh, I got 0 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
This shit is trash. So
Yeah.
to give like a social media guy, an hour, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Just to, I mean, you say your catchphrases, and then, after 10 minutes, people in the audience are like,
Yeah. Well, that's why you're in a good situation, because you actually do stand up.
Yeah, and it's great converting, because a comment I get a lot from people is they'll come out and be like, honestly, bro, I didn't know what the fuck to expect at your show, but like, we just bought tickets because we support you and we're fans of you. Like, you could have just took a shit on stage for an hour.
So that's something that, like, I hit you up when I saw you starting to pop with these other YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you got to insert the stand-up.
Stand-up, yeah.
Even if it's not what they like. Even if the videos don't do as well.
Uh-huh.
Because it will remind them that you do stand-up well.
Yeah.
the people that are interested.
Yeah.
You know, you might have a video get 3 million, right? And you might have a stand-up video get 300,000. But at least those 300,000 people are like, oh, shit, he's really good at stand-up.
Yeah.
They're going to come out.
Because I'm super self-conscious about what clips I post about stand-up.
Yes.
So, I mean, because essentially you're burning material. You're going to be like, hey, this is what I want people to... Because when they Google, Trevor Wallace stand-up, that's what's going to pop up before a show or whatever. So,
But you need to do it because there's so many people out there that just don't know that you do stand-up.
Exactly.
And that
there's
hurts your
layers
money.
to it. Yeah. There's layers to it. It's like you got to find out, oh, that's the dude who did that video. Oh, that's his name. That's his Instagram. Oh, what's the swipe up? Oh, he's in Connecticut for what? Like, there's so many layers to it. But if you pop on a stand-up clip, it's there.
You know
it's
exactly
the first
who
layer.
And it's on the channel that they already subscribe to.
Exactly.
Because that's what happened with me. That's what changed everything with me is like I had all these people to listen to Idiots. And I didn't know that they didn't know that I did stand-up.
Really?
Like, I assumed.
Yeah.
That
once you assume, it's like the worst. And you can tell.
They just started calling me a stand-up again.
Really?
In the last couple of years. I used to be a podcaster.
Really?
And I love that because I love doing this. But my identity was always, hey, you know what it is? It's like, like Dominicans that like don't think they're black. But like, you looking at them like, are you? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you're kind of black. You know what I mean? But that's what it was. It was like I saw myself in some way, but my audience didn't, and I needed to show them who I was. And the second I showed them, I started selling out the shows.
Right.
But had I never put out the videos to those people who knew I did stand up, but they never saw it.
Yeah, but you like do stand up,
That was the only thing I did.
Yeah.
But they didn't know why, and why would they know? It's like even right now, like when we go out and we do the tour, right? I have an hour tour of my material, my jokes, just the full force, flagrancy. It's crazy. But so many people have seen the crowd work moments that happen randomly in a show.
Yeah.
A lot of people come to the shows going, yo, the whole show is going to be crowd work. Because they see what you give them. And
exactly.
You are
and then
who
they
you give them.
Assume that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so it's like important. That's why I hit you early. I was like, keep putting the stand-up in because let both of those grow.
Exactly.
Because it is forever different. Like I know in probably college markets you're gonna murder. Are you doing college?
Yeah, I've been
gigs?
doing colleges. They're great. And I mean, just getting the full taste of like, because a lot of times you don't have an opener and it's a student and they're like reading off a note card. They're like, influencer, Trevor Wallace, and then the crowd's like, what the fuck? Is she okay?
Yo, say this. This saved me at college shows with the horrible introductions. You say, I don't care really what you say, just say my name last.
Yes.
The worst thing is, tonight we got Trevor Wallace. You've seen him on ADD and YouTube, and he's an influencer, and he has Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and social media.
And
you're like,
and they go, yeah. And I'm like, what's my cue?
Yeah. And the audience doesn't know when to clap because they clapped at your name.
No,
and now the claps are dissipated.
They're far from the mic. They're scared as timid. I'm like, just give me the mic. Go fucking bring myself up. Like, this next guy. And then just...
You don't take anyone on the road?
Starting to a little bit.
What about Blau?
Blau, yeah, we're gonna do we got some shows coming up.
So you and Blau do a podcast.
Yeah. Stiff Socks, baby.
Stiff Socks. And I have no clue what this fucking podcast is about.
Yeah.
I just see the Instagram clips, which I find very funny. And Blaustein, we've spoken about him on the show before.
Yeah, the clip.
Yeah, did we send you that?
No, I got to see it. The clip. So my podcast co-host, you guys pulled that prank on him where you told nobody to laugh in the audience.
Yo, this is so... Did we talk about this on this?
We did.
We did. Yeah. So we got to get you that clip.
That's why I heard about it.
Yeah.
I need that clip so
Blaustein is like an old school, like... he came up with us in stand-up in New York, and he moved to L.A. to be an actor and shit. And now he's doing podcasting like the rest of us, which is what he should be doing. Yeah. But yeah, why doesn't he just open for you on the rope, man? Is there an ego thing with that?
No, we've done shows together, and he's great because he gets the crowd fucking hot.
Oh, dude, he's gonna rip, dude.
Oh yeah. No, it's great. So it's just our schedules and shit conflicting a little bit, and we want to take like the podcast on somewhat of a tour, or like do a stand up and then the podcast. But we're trying to figure out that.
So what is the podcast?
We just pretty much riff. It's just like up top, we just riff about whatever's going on. Yeah, and then.
So why does he have a laptop on his lap? I never understood. Like, no matter what you're talking about, it's got nothing to do with that fucking laptop.
Oh, the laptop and the glasses is just purely to flex. No,
the glasses.
I wear some glasses every once in a while just to bust them out. get that little intelligence.
Wait, like he's wearing glasses.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
okay,
yeah. What'd you think?
I don't know. Like you had fancy glasses on the table.
Oh,
or
bro.
something?
I mean, the
have no
fancy
clue.
glasses, you know? Yeah, Pepsi cans. But no, we'll have people like write in like questions and for advice.
Right.
So it's like up front, we just riff a little bit, and then it's more fan interaction towards the end where we do advice, and then we have this one that's called it's like anonymous shit where people just write in something they want to get off their chest.
Right.
And some dude was like, yo, I fucking went on a drug deal, and let's just say one person didn't come back. And I'm like, did this motherfucker just confess murder on my podcast?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we're not gonna say his name, but shout out to this guy. You know, so it's you know, so it's cool to it's a lot of just riff, and that's kind of what we found. We toyed with like the different ideas in it beforehand, but like essentially people just like the riff, you know,
right?
And people will say shit like, "I love falling asleep to your podcast." You're like, is that a compliment?
Yeah.
Do we need to be louder? Like, what the fuck? So I
liked what you guys were doing earlier. I'm surprised you guys went away from it, but you would do an activity.
Yeah, it was just too much time. We do an activity, we kind of vlog style it, chop it up, then we talk about it in
I thought it was great. It is time consuming.
Yeah.
But you would eat like a weird like a ice cream burrito or do some other shit.
Weird. And we would vlog it and then we would post that in the YouTube episode. But we found a lot of people listen on like the Apple or Spotify, so you're like, we shot all this fucking shit. I edited this all night, and then you guys just listen to the audio, and they're like, yeah. So it was a really good idea at first, and I think if we ever get back to that, or we start traveling with the podcast, we want to incorporate that a little bit, just because it was fun. And I mean, like going to a different city and being experienced with something like, I mean, you do that too. Every time you travel somewhere, you know, you get that footage of it, but you know, dropping in. That's I mean, how much work is that shit?
It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
it's a lot
but
of.
Luckily,
work.
you got a team around you. Me and Michael was just me and Michael. So
you guys are the team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, eventually you'll be in the position to like hire guys and bring them on. And
we just got a guy for social media, so we're just like, thank fucking God.
You did.
Man. Yeah.
Okay, good.
And beforehand, we're just putting out an hour every week. Be like, all right, well, hopefully people listen. You know.
Yeah. No, you got to push.
Yeah,
man.
I mean,
but you understand that.
Oh yeah. You know, so it's like just balancing that between my videos and the podcast and stand up and all that world. But that's really the three priorities, really.
It's somebody's gonna figure this out, and I wanted to talk to you about this because I thought you might have some perspective on it. But someone's gonna figure this fucking thing out, and they're gonna make so much goddamn money, and I'm gonna be pissed off if it isn't me. But nobody's figured out really what the live podcast show is.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Nobody knows. It's okay, and we'll talk about it now and try to figure it out. But like. Everybody tries a live podcast, and it's not fun. We think it's fun because we're in the same room, but
for the people listening,
the only people that I've seen do it fun were and it was Horrible Decisions. I thought was fun, and Al was just in DC at their show, and he said it was fucking incredible.
Show.
I mean, a great show.
Yeah.
But they've structured it. They've gamified it. And I haven't seen the live show, but just from like the imagery that I'm getting, Girls Gotta Eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have a live show. But the problem with the podcast is like when you do a live show, right? When you and I are doing stand-up, we're trying to entertain every few seconds. Right?
Yeah.
Podcasts, nobody listens to a podcast staring straight at a picture of me or you.
For shit to land.
Right.
You know? And then there's not the pressure of an audience next to us right now. So are you... Yeah,
but it's secondary listening, right? So when you listen to a podcast, you're doing your laundry, you're driving your car, you're working out at the gym, you're doing work at work, you know, the office, something like that. You're doing something.
Right.
So it's just there. And when the funny thing happens, you're like, oh my God, that's hilarious. And when it's not funny or when it's interesting, that's cool because you're doing work.
Right.
When you get into the live podcast setting and motherfuckers just talking, you're like, well, I need to do some laundry.
Just in the crowd, you're just I'm shooting off emails like I usually do. You know, it's soothing.
Why I gotta look at you?
Yeah, me and my girl fucked to this, so we got a problem with that?
Exactly. I feel like going to sleep.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. It's like, do you play to the crowd or do you riff normally and pretend they're not there?
So that's the tricky thing where the medium is fighting itself, right?
Right.
I believe that the live podcast show needs structure and games. And usually comedians, we hate games because we're like, I don't need games.
Yeah.
I can create the entertainment out of nothing.
Yeah, you don't want to listen to me talk? Fuck you. All right? Yeah.
Or I'm so good at just talking that I'll make it fun for you listening there.
Right.
But what we do is we think of bits and we structure these bits and we workshop them forever and whittle down a 10-minute idea to 3 minutes of like just bang, bang, bang.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do that in the live podcast format, or I don't think we should do it in the live podcast format because then it's not replicatable, right? Then we're essentially doing stand-up just with a few other people.
Right. Yeah, because you all got bits you're like running, or like somebody in the crowd mentions something. Oh, I got a bit from fucking 2013 about that. Then you're running bits, and your co-host looking at you like, this motherfucker running bits right now?
You're just doing team stand-up.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And that is one way of doing it. I'm sure some people do it that way and that would work. What are you saying?
No, I was just gonna interject in terms of horrible, and I also went to 85 South.
Yes.
Oh,
and so
yeah?
I feel 85 South, it's too much crowd engagement.
So I love those guys. These guys are
they
next.
rip.
This is the new
Yeah,
Kings
so
of
it's-
Comedy.
it's
They post their
The-
clips and they do millions of views.
And the
from the
whole
show.
thing is riffing. But there might be a situation
Their
where
fans seem to love it.
right.
I feel Horrible has a good balance of fan engagement and then their own shit where it's just them talking.
Right.
You are engaged with them. Their only problem that I saw at the show was
Horrible decision that is.
a horrible decision is that they have to, whenever there's a new segment, they need to control the crowd. So if they have like a high energy segment and then they want to like just talk, the crowd is still, the energy's going. So now they start talking and shit like that.
Right.
They have to.
It's a tricky thing, but I swear to God, what is the one thing that's horrible about stand-up? It's lifespan, right? You tell a joke, that joke is no longer funny to your crowd,
Yeah.
right?
And you feel it.
And you feel it when you tell the same joke to the same crowd or the same
Yeah.
people who have seen it before.
Yeah.
It's one of actually the great things about like the type of content you're putting out on YouTube is I can watch the dad thing multiple times.
Yeah.
It has a longer shelf life than a joke.
Yeah.
But a
What
joke
is it?
usually, because it's more relatable and engaging than a joke usually has one big switch. You
Yeah.
have 10 to 15 to 20 punchlines in this
Yeah.
tiny little video.
Just bow, 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 bow,
Where
bow,
the joke is this same length,
Got
only
you.
set up,
Yeah.
punch. You know where the punch is coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to think about, and maybe we could just brainstorm right here, but if we could create live podcasts and create the show, right? That's where we become rock stars because we
Yeah.
have a replicatable format which we can be funny and entertaining in without losing material.
Yeah, it's almost like you'd want to be like them in front of like a double-sided mirror. Like you don't know they're there, but they're on a fucking giant audience behind, and we're just doing this right here. But that might even be it.
Or
And then they're just over there laughing their ass off, and we have because I mean, if you hear laughter, that's gonna fuck with your mentality. You're gonna be like, oh,
you're
that's
going to lean into it.
yeah,
you're
you're
going to
like
try
that's
to
funny.
tag.
Yeah, and be like, yeah, y'all ever been in Connecticut? And they're like, who are you talking to? You know. So if you could, because that's I mean,
But that's voyeuristic, right? Now they're watching, and we don't know we're being watched, but we are.
yeah,
But I think so many of these people come out to the show just because they want to be in the room with us.
yeah, that's true.
You listen to someone
That's
for
true.
6 hours a week. It's like, oh, you're in my town. I got to see you, bro. I got to dap you up. I got to do whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
What Horrible Decisions did when I hosted their show, it was really interesting. I went up and I hosted, and they asked me to play this game called Biggest Whore in the Room or something.
Biggest hole in the room.
And what happens is everybody stands up. It's already interesting. Everybody
yeah.
stands up, and then I say slutty things that get increasingly slutty. And if you haven't done it,
Oh,
you
like
sit
I've
down.
never or whatever.
Yeah,
Yes.
never have I ever.
Yeah.
Never have I ever.
never.
It's the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
shit, right? But dude, it's hilarious.
Oh, probably murders.
And this is why it's great. I was thinking this is why it's great. It presents situations where our natural comedic abilities get to come into play.
Yeah,
So instead of us having to create a premise and execute it and then punch it and then tag it,
yeah.
the funnies here,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
responding.
Bro, I mean, it's the same thing when like somebody yells something out dumb at a show. People are like, how do you deal with hecklers? It's like it's not hard to deal with because the people that yell out usually aren't the most intelligent.
Yeah,
people.
they're going to be the dummies.
They throw something out, right, and it's just so wild and dumb, and you're just quick on your feet.
Boom.
You're like, you're great on your feet. It's
So
like,
how do we
yeah.
create the right throwouts?
Right.
That's the structure we need to figure out. How do we create the right interactions from the audience, not the wrong ones? Because when we go crowd participation or ask questions,
Yeah.
then everybody starts talking to each other. It's too disorganized. People are yelling out random shit. But within the games, and there could be multiple within the games, we could create those moments where our comedic, our comedic sensibilities will be really flexed.
Yeah.
What is that? When we know what that is, we're on tour nonstop.
Yeah.
And people come back like the fucking Backstreet Boys. They go to all 3 shows.
Yeah.
Like Bruce Springsteen, they go to all 4 shows.
Well,
that will
because
happen.
And it's a new show every time when you do it because you're not running bits.
You don't know what they're going to say.
Exactly, yeah. So they dropped that on 85 South. They put that on Spotify and Apple and all that.
Yep.
Just like it's a normal show.
Yeah, but they're just riffing in the moment, right?
Exactly.
Which is great, and that's awesome that you can do it. But it also leaves a situation where, like, all right, well, what if that riff isn't what if the audience isn't feeling like?
Right.
I feel like there's a way to give a little more structure to it and then control, the variables.
Yeah. I mean, they got to figure it out. But yeah, it's. I think you're saying like once somebody finds it that perfect like set up the 1, 2, 3. It's great.
Not everybody's gonna be able to do that,
right?
Like if I gotta send some podcasts on the road where they're not even comedians and they're not like those guys are genius at riffing. They're really genius.
Oh, their shows are it's hard to see a crowd like go that fucking nuts like over some like alt guy in Echo Park who's telling like little quick one-liners off a haiku poem and people are like, oh, nice. So to see the crowd love the level they got is like they got it.
Yeah.
They got. And I mean, DC and Carlos, like those motherfuckers got it.
They got it.
So funny.
So what about the people that don't? There are
That is
people that
true.
got big
That is
followings
true.
that don't got it.
They're like history podcasts. You're like, you getting standing O's talking about fucking shit that already happened?
Yep.
You remember the Civil War? No. It's fucking not alive yet. How we? Yeah, standing O, bro.
So that's the thing we got to figure out. Like David Dobrik, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he wanted to go on tour, he'd sell out
Oh,
everything.
bro, he could sneeze and the crowd would fucking just die. It'd be like,
But what if we gave him structure?
Yeah.
What if we were like, here's your show,
Yeah.
and here's how we're going to do these things and create your show. Here's this structure. Here's this platform. Go on the road. We'll just take a cut for building it out.
oh, I see what you're saying.
See what I'm saying?
You're like the showrunner of a podcast.
I'm Barnum Bailey, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing.
You run a place.
P.T. Barnum? What's Barnum Bailey? That's not the circus?
I think it is.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know what it was. I thought it was a producer or something. I was
One of
like,
them shits. But the point is, like, I don't know. There's something that we're all leaving. We're all leaving it out.
Yeah.
We're leaving meat on the bone.
Yeah. I think that's really what it is.
Think about most people listen to podcasts. Most podcasts cannot tour because they don't know what the fuck to do.
No.
And once we figure out a way for them to tour, why is there TV anymore?
I mean, that shit is wild, I mean, even like, Sean Evans found a way to do Hot Ones live.
He did?
Yeah, he does. He did Hot Ones live. He's done it a few times. He just did it with DaBaby at Complex Con.
Son, the crab fisherman got a live show.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
I figure that is an easy show to execute live.
What's that?
Hot Ones. Because
Yeah.
it's just like question, answer, and you just
I guess
waiting
you
to see
just-
their reaction with the hot shit.
Yeah.
That's like an
Well, it's also-
easy...
It's interesting because it's not like a funny show. It depends on who's on.
So it doesn't have the expectation.
Right.
But the hotness of the wing creates the tension
Oh,
that
yeah.
you're willing to, like, stay glued
I
into.
like watching that show on like a phone or a laptop because you feel it's close. The camera's on you. But like, imagine being in the fucking nosebleeds, being like,
Is that the hot wing?
Yeah, is that
What sauce
show
is
is
that?
this? Just turn into my fucking grandma. What show is this? Hot what? Wings? Who's flying here?
There is a certain point where, like, distance matters.
Yeah.
Like with live shows. Like,
100%.
I've never seen a show at the Garden as a stand-up.
Right.
But I imagine
I have.
you have.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I saw Kevin Hart. Luckily, I had good seats, so I was close.
Oh, okay. That doesn't count.
But yeah, I know. But I'm pretty sure if you're far, you're just looking at the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so, like, there's no closeness about
Even
it.
when you go to a concert,
Son,
if
I
you're
saw
far,
Metallica
you're looking at the
when I was in
Jumbotron.
Buffalo. Metallica was performing across the street from the comedy club.
They're
And
so white.
they're super white, and I went all in.
I love Buffalo. Yeah, it's a great city.
And that's the city for Metallica.
Oh,
like,
bro.
the whitest of whites are coming
It was
out. bro.
founded Buffalo Wings and Metallica fans. That's the two things they're known for.
So, I'm on the floor because the guy that was opening for them is a comic.
Okay.
And he asked if he could like do a little guest spot on my show. So he brings me on.
Metallica's a comic?
No. Yeah.
Bro, I was like, who's fucking doing
No,
that gig? Big J. Okerson?
No, Jim Brewer.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Brewer. And then there's another guy that I'm forgetting his name. I feel bad right now, but he was opening for them as well.
Wow.
And Jim has like tons of like heavy metal, like
Oh, yeah.
like not songs, but like bits and shit like that.
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
people know him. The heavy metal people know him. Point is, I'm on the floor, and while it was super cool to get into it, it's so vast. You're not. It doesn't feel like a concert. You know what I mean? Like when you're at a fucking concert where you're like squished in with people.
Yeah.
That feels like you're in the middle of something, right?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
feels like you're part of it.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
wonder if that same thing happens with stand-up. You're like, You're in a fucking booth with a glass thing. You got shrimp cocktail in the back.
It's also there's no crowd control. Like back in the day, one of my mom's favorite comics was Amy Schumer. All right, she. Think how you feel. You know, her son does stand up, but she's like, I want to see Schumer. All right, and Mark Norman opened, and he crushed. And so. But this was at the Forum.
Shouts to Mark, man.
Yeah, this was at the no. Mark crushed. He yeah. But this was at the Forum, and I'm in the way back fucking seats, and it's
Your
like
mom brought you to see Amy Schumer.
She wanted to go. I bought her tickets for her birthday.
Okay,
This was this was in like maybe 2014, 2015.
So you purchased Amy Schumer tickets.
You know,
you got to support
I
it.
purchased Mark Norman tickets.
That's what's up.
And Amy dropped in and did an hour with her name on the tour and the ticket. But I went for Mark Norman, you know. I bought Mark Norman tickets. So, yeah, man. I mean, look, I went in there as a comic being like, yeah, let me see what you got. It's like she doesn't give a fuck what I got. She got millions of dollars that night.
Facts.
But there's no crowd control in an arena. Like, there's people just eating a hot dog. Guy drops a hot dog. Now it hits the back of my neck.
Yeah,
you think, like, in a club, somebody be like, the fuck's going on over here? Stop. But out there, it's just so much noise when a joke hits. Like, you don't know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah.
Like, you think a joke lands, but it could be some dude just got his ass beat in the corner. That's what they're laughing at. You know,
right.
It's just there's no connectivity, which is nice about the clubs out here. I did a few spots in town,
right?
And it's like the clubs are like 80 people to 100 people max, and it's like, dude, it's in there, it's packed. If you're funny, you're funny. If a joke doesn't hit at a New York club, you feel it.
New York Comedy Club, 24th Street location. Did you perform at that one?
I did Broadway and I did Stand Up New York. So no.
Okay. You didn't need to brag. New York Comedy Club, 24th Street location, small little black box room. 80, 100 people fit there. I mean, like 100 ram-packed probably. It's my favorite room in the city, hands down.
Yeah.
Because you have so much control of the room.
Right.
Nobody feels confident in that room. You get in these bigger rooms, they start to like be in the back of the crowd, and all of a sudden they feel a little confident to like say something or whisper or talk to their friend, etc. This room, you could see everybody in their fucking eyes, and they're all around you. And because of that, that tension is built up, and everybody's super invested.
They're in it.
They're fucking in it, dude.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, man, it's my favorite. It's my favorite room. This week was interesting with the New York Comedy Festival. Did you do shows for it?
Yeah, so my show was a part of. I did. Here we go, fucking this asshole. I did 2 shows at Gramercy, so that was fucking great, man. But I just did spots around town that weren't a part of the
Thanks
festival.
for inviting me, bro. I appreciate
that,
dude.
Bro,
I live a block away, dude. I really appreciate you, man. What an asshole, man.
I was posting about it.
What an asshole, dog.
Shit.
I don't see those posts.
I was opening for Amy Schumer. That's what it was.
Oh, that's what it is. Is she down to the Gramercy now?
Yeah.
Things ain't going that well. From the Forum to the Gramercy, dog?
Yeah, but I did those shows, but from what I was hearing from other New York people, they're like, oh man, all these writers are in town, this type shit. So, I mean, I don't know how it was on your end, but I think all the shows got impacted by just a bunch of outside people for the festival, right?
What do you mean?
Or would you? Because you're like, it was interesting this week with the festival.
Oh, I thought crowds sucked this week. Yeah, because all the casuals come out.
Oh, I see.
The casual fans.
Yeah.
So like a casual comedy fan, like they just don't understand what they're thinking is like, you know, in like Montreal, there's like jazz fests. So all of a sudden, people who've never listened to jazz their entire life are like, we should go check out some jazz.
Yeah, got you.
And since it's New York Comedy Festival, there are people like, we should see some comedy this
weekend. Go to a festival,
exactly.
Yeah.
So every club was sold out.
Got you.
And now you have these people who don't truly understand comedy. So when you're saying, you know, me, like I like to push, right?
Yeah.
I like to say fucked up shit. And I got to deal with these fucking cowards groaning. And
really?
Dude.
And you can just feel that it's not like that New York comedy audience that loves comedy, you know?
And it gets it.
Right.
Like, it gets what we're doing here.
Like, if we got a comedy club on a random Tuesday night at 11:30 p.m., like, you're like, just bring it, you know?
Exactly.
Give the raw. So you felt that with people being like,
yeah. And then I get upset because I find them to be cowards.
Yeah.
And I just start calling them cowards. I go, you're
One
all
of the funniest
cowards.
clips I just saw was Tim Dillon going off on a New York audience.
So
you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking all just laying it to him.
Dude,
it was like a mini Philly rant from Bill Burr. It was, oh my God, it was just like a 1-minute clip just shitting on him.
Dude, it is. Yeah, check out that clip. I think Tim posted on his Instagram, but it's really funny.
Just a minute of him just going in on New York audience. It was
Dude,
probably...
it was so true, man. It's just like, it's like the things that they'll fucking groan. Groaning is the most pussy thing. Do you know what I mean? Because
also, like, what value does that add?
I need to know when in life you've grown. Like, have you grown by yourself at home?
Maybe
I've never once.
A heavy sigh. If they take too long at Starbucks, I might be like,
no.
But it's an exaggerated this motherfucker right here.
I grown today on the taxi ride because
yeah.
I gave the guy the address, and he's like, "Should I just drop you over there?" And I'm like, "Is that the fucking address that I gave you?"
Dude, Uber drivers love doing
Why
that shit.
Are you
Is it on the left or the
where
right?
fuck
I've
to
never
drop me?
been here.
Dude, I'm clearly wearing a flannel. It's 40 degrees out. I'm freezing. I got in this so I could go from door to door.
Yeah.
And he's trying to avoid the whole bull traffic, the bull statue shit over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And I wish Akash was here because I only tipped him 30 cents, and I was paranoid to do that. Like my white guilt.
Did you like round up if it was like $9.70, so you made it 10, or were you just like it's $10? Here's an extra 30.
I gave him the change.
Okay.
I got a quarter and a nickel.
Cool. Okay, got you. Yeah.
If you just psychopathic.
If you round up, you're good. But if you're just like, here's 30 cents, bitch, it's like, bro, kill me at that point. Just tell the sniper on the top of the fucking tower to.
Wait, you took a yellow or an Uber?
I took a yellow, bro.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I never tip
Uber. They have like dollar amounts.
Yo,
to tip.
it's
I always
Uber's
tell them,
so
I'll get you on the app,
adorable,
bro.
So
They
when
are.
Uber goes like, "What would you like to tip?" I'd like to skip. That's what I like to do. That's what I'm gonna do right now.
The dude did this today. I have all my suitcase because I'm going to the airport. Yeah. And he opens the trunk and he gets out. All the bags are in, but he gets out and he's like, "You good? You need anything?" I'm like, "I know how to load a trunk here. Just pop the shit."
Oh yeah.
But they try to be a little
That's
bit
what I do to
cabbish,
Al
you
when
know?
we're on the road.
Yeah.
Whenever Al picks up the camera bag, I'm like, "You got it."
You
You gotta hit him with it. You got it.
The
It's
you
like
got
when your
it?
friend is moving, you're like, "Yo, you need help or you good?" Or you good means I'm not gonna help you. I'm
yeah.
suggesting
You
how
good?
you should feel.
Oh yeah, exactly. But you good, right?
You good.
right? Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's the thing about the driver like star system is it
Oh,
is
yeah.
gender biased because a woman will never help you with your bags. Like a woman Uber driver.
Think about that, yeah.
Have you ever?
No.
Sometimes I'll wait. Just to
She's like,
see.
You're such a dick.
Dude, no.
Is that when you let out a sigh? That's
wait.
an appropriate time to be like,
Let me tell you.
That's when the groan comes
Oh,
out.
the
Let me tell
the
you,
grown.
I'll wait, right? I'll come from the airport and I'll see the Uber driver's a girl, right? And I'll go to the back to the trunk and I'll just stand there, right?
She goes out the window. It's unlocked. You're like,
No. This is what she did. This was brilliant. And I'm waiting. I'm like, I'm gonna make this bitch get out this fucking Uber and earn her 5th star, right? She waits for a second, right? And then all of a sudden, the trunk just goes boom, boom, and she pops the trunk but doesn't get out.
Right.
So she's basically saying you're gonna put your own fucking luggage. In
But
the
I'm
back
cool
seat.
with that. I get it. Or you like, I need hands on. See, I'm more
want
like
the
Who
whole
have you
service,
become,
baby.
son?
I want the whole
Who have
service,
you
bro.
become,
I gotta pay her more. Like I gotta pay her more. Why? I need the whole
No,
service.
you're not even paying her more. You're saying for her to earn the 5th star.
She gotta earn the 5th, bro. Hey, she gotta earn that 5th, bro. This is why tipping is out of hand now.
Yeah, well,
Right?
I see that.
It's out of hand now because we just tip for no fucking reason.
I'm more likely to give somebody like 3 stars if they got the windows down with no AC. Use the AC. Fuck the planet. Why am I gotta be in the back?
Yeah.
That you ain't got a phone charger, nothing. You got an Android up front. I'm like, accommodate. You
I
know?
like the Chargers. I'm in on the
a charger.
Chargers.
I am always low on battery, so like,
Yeah.
if you got a charger back there, 5 stars. You total the car while I'm in it, but I got 98% battery, 5 stars. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit. You know,
Yeah.
I'm very easy to work with. But
Yeah, you gotta have the Chargers. Water, I don't really care about that
water's
much.
a little. It's weird. The
I don't
water's
even
been in
take
there
the
too.
waters,
Nah,
bro.
they're always the tiny little ones too.
Yeah.
like jammed in the crevice of a seat. They're all warm. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
good. I don't need hydration.
Yeah, I
that
don't
bad.
fuck with the waters really. But
Yeah.
you gotta open that trunk, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta get out.
Yeah.
Get out the car.
What'd you end up giving a rating?
Say again?
What rating did you give her?
I'm be honest with you.
You're like,
yo.
she's swimming in the fucking ocean right now with the
I'll
fish.
be honest with you. I didn't rate her, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't rate her.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Right after the rating comes the tip.
Oh yeah.
So if you skip
all-
the rating,
yeah,
then you don't gotta deal with the
blah,
tip.
right?
Because I don't like the guilt of the tip. Where they're like, how much should you?
And they're bold. It's like what you were saying. It's like $1, $5,
Son,
$25 Visa
downstairs.
gift card. It's like, bro,
Downstairs at Gregory's Coffee,
the coffee ones.
the suggested tip starts
Right.
at 20,
Yeah.
then goes up to 25%.
What happened to
It goes
18?
up to- what happened to nothing? Do your job. What happened to do your
but-
fucking job? That's your job. To make the coffee. You don't make it nicer. I'm not getting extra milk. What the fuck are you doing for a tip? You're getting paid to serve coffee.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do I have to tip you to do your job?
But the funniest part is they try to make you feel bad, but the no tip button is always off like a little loner, like a kid eating its lunch by itself. It's like 15, 20, 25. Then the corner's like, or you could do no tip. It's like little puppy dog staring at quivering. Yeah, exactly. It's shaking. There's teardrops. It's got a sign. You could do no tip, but then I got to tell my ma and pa that I don't have a tip money. You eating porridge right now? Why the tip button? Yeah.
Son, what we gotta really look at this tip thing. I know I keep coming back to it, but it's too much.
No, it is a lot.
It's everything is tip.
Right,
So
exactly.
I told you, if they don't do any work, especially coffee, if I get cold brew and all they're doing is just pouring it out of the thing, nah,
Son.
no tip. You're not doing anything.
You're doing nothing.
If you're not
gravity.
having the flow,
it's gravity. You just push the button and the water comes down.
Yeah. Nah, but I'm talking about cold brew. It's already prepared.
It's
the night
cold
before.
already.
So all they doing is just pouring it right out of
you're
the
from the
container.
little thermos
Yeah.
shit.
if
Even
they
with
put
the fucking lattes, I didn't ask for the art. I think that's so stupid. It's like you're
like,
painting
that's art.
shit in my foam, and then I gotta pay you for this painting. I don't even fucking want. I don't want a
Oh
leaf.
my
I don't
God.
want none of that shit. It's infuriating to me.
gotta
And then they
switch it
look
up.
at you with their little. They want the approval from you for their art.
You
They're like,
spit on it.
Did you like? Bro, what I love
get
doing.
that
this
fucking
is-
leaf out of here. Is this
bad.
autumn? I don't give a shit if it's fall in fucking
Dude,
Times Square.
Real talk, I like putting the sugar on top of it without even looking at it. Right? I don't do sugar anymore, but back when I would do sugar,
But when they
I'd
do?
maintain eye contact with them. I'd be like, hey, thanks so much, without even looking at their artwork, and I pour the sugar on the top and then start mixing and then look back
They grab
down.
it like, no, sir, you ruined it.
Oh,
It was the Star of David. You're like, what the fuck? I noticed the Jewish holidays were coming up, and I noticed the nose on you there. but-
Anti-Semite!
Yeah, dude,
Start
it's
screaming racial
nah.
shit.
That's so funny. That's how I know I'm in New York.
It's a
You look
black
at
power
art.
fist. That's what you gotta do. Put your fucking what is it? Your wokeness in your foam.
Yeah, bro. That's how I know I'm in New York. They give you nice art, and you're like, the fuck is this shit? It's
I
a
don't
fucking groan on top of the coffee right there.
Don't put nothing on my foam. What are other things that they expect tips at?
Just about
Yo, can I be
everything.
honest with you? Let's talk about this. And I know, and shouts to my guy because I got a great like hairstylist. He likes to be called hairstylist, and he hooks it up.
That's a tip. Yeah, you got it.
He hooks it up, bro. My man is nice. He charges. I mean, he works with like super famous people. He hooks it up. He's an asshole. Alex, love you. But we gotta stop tipping hair folks,
Not
right?
this one.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. I don't tip him. We just do a little side deal, right? But why are we tipping somebody to cut the hair?
I would just include it in the price. I'd be like, one shop.
You
fits
set
all.
your price.
Yeah, exactly.
But why do I need to? Like, shouldn't you be trying your best?
Right, like I'm mind blown. Like, damn, I didn't
That's
think
your
you was-
job to try your
Did
best.
you give me a fade? Oh fuck!
Yeah, exactly.
Is it a taper? There is little things they'll do. Like if they give me the hot towel or the clean razor on the back, I'm impressed. I'm like, here's a 5.
But you're paying for that.
Yeah. But
Why
I'm more
do we
likely
gotta tip for
I'm more
everything?
likely to tip
it's
them.
Crazy. Do you tip the guy you buy a car from? Do you tip the Avis bitch? When you
No,
get a fucking
fuck no.
Tahoe on the road, are you like, yo, thank you so much for telling me to go to slot 639?
No.
No, right?
No.
It's why are we tipping for everything?
I don't know. It is interesting. What don't other countries just not tip?
They get it. They get it. And you know what? The service is a little worse. For food. I don't mind tipping for food.
Yeah, but there's still shitty ass service, and people are like suggested. I went to brunch out here the other day. Them motherfuckers didn't give a shit about me, bro. Sorry, I went to lunch and I had a T-bone steak.
There we go,
And I
baby.
dipped that shit in Copenhagen long cut. You know? Yeah, I only eat steaks with tuna back. No, but the guy didn't give a shit. He was just like, he like dropped, like literally check drop, toss it, could have hit my fucking omelet.
Yeah.
And then the first suggested tip is 25%,
Bro.
I'm not good at math. I'm taking the suggestions. I'm like, sure.
Oh, no.
Round up.
No, we're not doing 25. We're not going 25. 20's my limit. Yeah.
But even 20. That's
Say what?
like 20's like, you know, you always
Yo.
have one friend that works in the service industry and they're like, I tip 48%. I'm like,
work.
would you fucking work here?
These
They're
people are-
always like, you
people
got to
are
treat a
ridiculous.
server nicely.
People are ridiculous with this. 48% is, you don't have to treat that. How nicely we have to treat these
But it's
people.
always people in the service industry that are like, yeah, I give them a fucking Labradoodle puppy after each meal. I've been in the service industry and I know how shitty it is, okay?
But why?
Yeah.
It's just mind-boggling to me that it's just getting out of hand.
Yeah, no, it for real is.
It's getting out of hand. We need to pull it back. Don't we need to pull it back? It's like, no.
No, because I'm on the road and people listen to this shit, so I love all the servers.
No, listen,
I
who
love
tips more than
all
me?
the-
Real talk.
No,
Who
you
tips
do
more than me?
tip. That's why
Son,
you
I had
gotta
a
chill with
nightmare
this
about
not
tipping, bro.
tipping shit.
I had a nightmare about tipping, bro.
like the people
I
that
had
work
a
at the comedy
nightmare
club.
about tipping, bro.
What happened? You woke up black?
Son, I get the black struggle, man. I really think I'm a black man, bro. I think I'm a black man because
you tipped the driver 30 cents this morning.
Son, that's because he was brown, bro. He gets it, bro. Us black and browns, we get this shit, dude. We don't gotta conform to your white shit. Tipping 49% on a fucking taxi ride. All you did was that. You did that for work. That's the total work. Hold on. This is that. To drive me to my location, you did that, and then sometimes you did that, and then move your wrist centimeters. I got to tip you 20%.
Oh, bro, you don't make this yellow light, no tip, all right?
Son.
Or you watch the Uber drivers miss a right turn, they look at the app, then look back like nothing happened. I'm in the back like,
I can see where we going.
Right. There's a map in front of us, bro.
Son, when the guy said to me, is it okay if I drop you off here? The balls on you to drop me off at not where I exactly. You think I didn't know where I wanted to go? Is that you think I was?
I'll
lost?
round up locations. I was going to 40th Street, but let's go 37. You know, I'm trying to walk up that croissant from yesterday.
Negotiating. It's not the art of the deal. You know?
Could you imagine? Like, drop me off at 40th. He's like, what about 38th? You're like, all right, meet me at 39.
39?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
we got to figure out the tipping, man. It's getting a little absurd. We're getting a little absurd. Tip for food. Drink is not. Do we tip bartenders?
Yeah, I do. $1 per drink.
Yeah, $1 per drink is
standard.
That makes sense.
Okay, here's the thing. Now drinks are fucking $16, $17. You get your bill for drinks is $80. You're gonna tip $4 on $80?
Oh shit! I'm thinking like when I'm at the bar, you're just ordering per drink.
That's why they get you to put the card down because you got to tip based on the bill.
Oh shit!
Right. Because if it's a one-off and you scrabble some change, they're like,
It's $1.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
$1, maybe
Right,
$2 tops.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Look, I don't mind tipping. These two guys brought my couch up my fucking stairs, 8 floors.
Jesus.
$200. $200.
Wait, that was the tip, or that's how much they charged to do that?
I think that was the tip.
You think?
Oh, wow.
Well, it wasn't in the price. It wasn't in the price.
Okay.
Right? But they were like, we'll do it for $200. That's a tip. That's outside of it. They were just supposed to leave it downstairs.
They told you they'll do it for $200. So that's how much they charge for doing that. So you did not tip them.
That's the tip.
You didn't tip.
That's the tip. I tipped them that.
I
tipped them that, bro. Nah, that's the
I'll
tip.
shout you out.
Nah, that's
What
I
about
tipped them
money?
that. That's a lot of tip.
Yo, $200 is great.
That's
Like,
a lot
quick-
of tip. That's a lot of tip because they,
Also a lot of floors. 8 floors?
that's 8 floors. They were sweating, bro. That shit was worth every
just sitting there
penny,
eating a
son.
cup of noodles,
It was
just being
worth
like, yeah, that
every
my son
penny.
down there.
I was hitting him with the Alex. I was like, yo, you got it? You
Yeah,
good?
you good?
Everything
You good?
good?
You
Y'all
good?
got it, right? The
Y'all
bags
got
are
it?
good? All right, cool. You got it.
He's pushing it with
Couple
his
more.
forehead. You good? There's lemonade up here when you get to the top. But you good?
Telling them how many floors were left. Like they couldn't do math. I was like,
Yeah.
2 more, guys.
Yeah.
2 more.
You're lying to him. You know when you're 20 minutes away, you're like, yo, 5 minutes away. You're like, yeah, there's one more floor. Bro, we're on the first floor. Yeah, well, one more building, should I say. One more building.
But that's a tip.
That wasn't a tip.
No, because they're just supposed to bring it.
Any labor, yeah.
Labor is a tip. Certain things what?
No, but you asked them
Do you
beforehand.
remember when we were
how
going to the
much-
museum and the bitch had a fucking
I
a
love
tip
this
jar
story.
at the museum?
Oh yeah, that was wild.
Dude,
I
That
almost
was
took that jar and fucking emptied it on the ground. I almost spiked that fucking tip jar. What are you doing?
Dude, you might have visited me in a past life because bitch moved here, but I used to work at a frozen yogurt store in high school. Every stoner did.
Yeah.
And there's a tip jar by the counter, but it was a self-serve one where you make it and then they weigh it and you pay for it. This guy looks at the tip jar, he goes, "Why do people tip you?" And I was just like, bro, I don't know.
Son.
I just put it there.
Son, what do we do? What's going on?
I don't know.
What is happening? What is happening?
I think it's just
You could
guilt.
just put
It's
a
just
tip.
guilt.
Yeah, we feel guilty. We
But
feel.
it's the same way, like, you know what, you've been to Venice Beach, right?
Yeah.
And everybody's selling mixtapes, and you're like, no, I don't want it. And the guy's like, $20. You're like, no, I'm good. He goes, okay, 15. You're like, okay, fine. It's like a guilt, and you just
I
be
have
like,
never felt that
oh,
way.
I don't know, but I know people like that. They give in.
Yeah,
And
because
they
they didn't
got
grow up
fucking
with
7,
black people.
Yeah, they got
They're paying
7
for an
mixtapes in the
interaction
room
with a black person.
they never
That's what
listen
they are.
to.
Those
And you-
people right there you're talking to are from Sweden, and they've never met a black person.
yeah.
And then a black person comes up to them and goes, "Can I have some money?" And they go, "Here's yes."
Bro, these are the.
That's
no,
all
I
it
know
is.
exactly. And they got the 70s albums just sitting there. They never listen to. It's
Yeah.
probably all just ripped from LimeWire. None of it's their actual music. You know.
Yeah, they know.
But it's the same. It's like a guilt type thing. So when that giant screen comes up, it's like tip 30%.
Yeah,
But I drew a fucking Toronto maple leaf on your coffee.
yeah. I'm not doing it.
It's you're just like okay.
But
fine.
now I don't feel guilty anymore. Now I feel resentment.
right.
Now I'm angry.
Yeah.
It's gone over. It's on the other side.
Also, certain jobs I'd rather tip or something like if like there's no turbulence on a flight, here's a $5, big guy. But if you're like you said pouring some cold brew, it's like, bro, let me do it.
Can we actually talk about this? Do strippers get paid by the club?
They got to pay the club to work that night. That's what I heard.
That's right.
Which is also kind of crazy.
A little ethnography on that I do remember. Okay, then we could tip them because I was also about to say if they're on salary.
Oh wow, everything is added value.
What are we?
You
tipping?
got benefits, girl.
What are we tipping for? What's the point?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they got to pay the club, which is kind of wild to work.
Yeah, that's right. It's like they're barbers. You know how like a barber has to
you
pay
rent
for
the
his
chair,
chair,
you rent the
but
pole.
they're tipping out they're renting the pole, but they're tipping out the DJ. They're paying the club. They do a whole thing.
That's wild.
Yeah, I went out to the steak restaurant last night called Smith and Walensky's. Have you heard of this? It's like a good old fashioned Luger's, etc. And basically same idea, but in Manhattan. And we were there for an hour, and the tip was $40, right? And I'm assuming he had 4 other tables like mine, maybe 5 at the time. It was probably about
at that time. Yeah, I mean,
So we're talking about $200 an hour. He's got to tip out a little bit. Let's say he walks with low end 50% of his money. Yeah. Guy's making $100 an hour.
I mean, people that do work in that industry and work in a nice restaurant, the tips, like you are making, and it's all cash. You ain't got to report any of that. You just stash it out your house. You ain't got to tax any of that shit. It's just, I don't know. Do you? You have to report any of that shit?
What?
Tips?
Here's my thing.
A little bit.
You have to report the tips. They'll come for you. But my thing is, working at a cheap restaurant or an expensive restaurant, the action of the waiter doesn't change. The price of the item changes.
Right.
And we tip based on the price of the item.
Yeah.
But we should be tipping based on the action of the waiter.
Oh, I'm walking in the kitchen, man. Who's the chef that cooked this shit? Here's $20. This shit was amazing.
No, we don't even tip him.
No, what do they see? They probably don't even know tips exist. Like,
no.
Wait, you're getting cash for my fucking excellence?
That's it.
He said medium well. What does that even mean? And I fucking did it and I don't see $1?
Fam, we're not even tipping the right person.
But usually the head chef is probably getting paid more than the manager.
Yeah, the head chef's getting real money.
They're getting real money, yeah.
He's making real money.
Yeah.
True.
Okay?
But
he's got to be hot his whole life. He earns every penny of that. Imagine your whole life, 60 hours a week, you're fucking standing in front of a stove.
Ugh.
God bless those Mexicans.
I mean, the Salt Bay dude, he does that shit for your table.
Real talk. Mexicans, maybe that's why we make you walk here to like get used to the heat. You know what I mean? So by the time you're in the kitchen, you're like, I've been here before. It's nothing. We got to get you acclimated to what you're about to do. You know what I mean? Dude, imagine they had Mexicans in the bottom of the Titanic putting a coal in. So you know how fast the Titanic would have blasted through that iceberg? So that iceberg wouldn't stand a chance if you had Javier and Hector down there. Fuck it, let's go. Full speed ahead, Captain.
That's the whole movie is 5 minutes. They break through the iceberg.
Just straight through like a
Just
submarine.
goes on to land. Shit, man. I will say, the Salt Bay dude, his restaurant, he comes out and does this shit. All tip for that. You know?
That's extra.
Yeah. Oh, it's got it. I mean, he probably charges.
Meaning he's doing more than what is provided on the menu. He's going above and beyond, so we'll tip you.
Right, but if you refill my water twice and you want 48%, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yo, you know what's some real shit? Like, that, do you wash your elbows?
Wash my elbows?
Yeah.
At a restaurant?
No.
Wait, what?
I mean, just like in general.
In life?
Not really, right?
I don't think so.
Like, my man is doing all this with all the confidence. But he's doing all this with the confidence that his elbows are clean, son.
Sweat rolls down the back.
He's been like this all day at the park. Right. You know what I mean? Like he's been hanging out,
just rubbing his food in it.
Rubbing his food. He's been praying at the mosque. His elbows all over a dirty ass carpet. You know. And then this guy's dropping salt off of his bow, and all of us are getting food poisoning from that. I don't think it's that. Everybody's like, oh my god, it's so cool that he's dropping the salt.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Hey, look at you. See this? Look, ready?
I want
and. Release the crane.
Grinder right here.
Yeah, get your fucking fingers off my salt. Why are your fingers on my fucking salt? Okay? Take your sunglasses off. There's so many things wrong with this guy. There's so many things wrong with this
Goddamn,
guy.
is he making a fuck ton
Why
of money?
are multiple parts of your body touching the salt before it hits my steak? Right? Like,
That is so
imagine
weird.
a random person when
what-
you're about to
You
eat.
got his pocket. Y'all want any pepper? Just like it's a game of dice. Y'all want any pepper?
some lint. What else are you going to put? Just like shots of
I didn't
loogie
even
on the
think
steak.
about that.
Bro, it's disgusting.
There's no way he has Purell in his back pocket to douse off the fingers real quick.
And then if he does, now I got to eat Purell. How about you keep your
didn't even
fucking
think about
fingers
that.
off of my... Dude, imagine you
not
sat
think
down with
about
your
that,
steak
yeah.
and your waiter came over, put his fat fucking fingers in the salt, and then spread it all over your steak.
That's weird as fuck. I don't know why it's so normal for him.
Dude, I would go crazy.
Even if you got like a bowl of chicken wings and like picking them out for you, like here's this one, here's that one. I'm like, it ain't Skittles, man. I don't.
You want 20%? You hold the wing in front of me so my fingers don't get dirty. Dude, 20%.
No, you're.
Is that crazy? 25%.
I'm scared to see you at a multimillionaire,
Yeah,
bro.
no. He scared me.
20%. This is how it works. 20%. You're me. You sit right there, and I want you to just place the wing in front of my face like that, and then rotate it like
Like a rotating the pork that they got on the halal trucks.
Yeah. It's shawarma. But
I
just
mean,
slowly
yeah.
rotate it so that I can bite everything like that. And then I don't want to say I'm done. I just want to go like that. I want to. It's like a swipe. I want to swipe.
I think
right
you should
with
run
my
for president. I think that's the only person.
got
You
eating
and Kim
down.
Jong Un are the only two people that can do that shit in this world.
Fam, tell me that's not worth 25. You wouldn't
Oh.
tip 25%. Now your fingers don't smell like Frank's Red Hot for the next 3 days?
That honestly, oh yeah, you're getting all the money. Yeah.
That's 25%.
They might even get 28% from me for
Bro,
that.
they might even get that extra 30 cents that Schulz got in his left pocket.
Hold on, what is that? Well, first of all, this is too funny. How much are wings? $10, right? I'm like 25%. That's $250. Alex is going, I might even drop $280 on it. I
Might even get my firstborn child after that.
He said 30 more cents. I might even. I might go.
Yeah. If they dip it in ranch for me,
Son.
I'm giving them everything.
Son, but just imagine you could do it like a pitcher that doesn't like the suggestion from the catcher. Just no. Just keep on going. Like, and if he got
like
the
I
wing,
said, flats only, you idiot.
exactly. Motherfucker went and brought out the leg, the thigh.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. I want them flats.
How you pitching that to the waiter that isn't accustomed to it yet? Like, hey, bro, could you
Hey,
hold
bro.
this real quick?
Hey, bro. Come here real quick.
Stand behind me real quick.
Yeah.
All
Put
right.
your arms around me real quick.
Yeah,
Now.
cool.
Yo, your arms are my arms. And he's like, what? And I'm like, just trust me.
Yeah. Turn up that music in the background. What music in the background here? Sinatra starts playing. You're like, yeah, perfect. You're just
Fly
petting a
me
cat
to
while
the
eating
moon.
these fucking chicken wings.
Son, that is the restaurant that we got to open where they feed you the chicken. They feed you the chicken tender, not chicken, wings.
Yeah.
They feed you the wings, eating it right in front of you. Swipe to the side if you don't like it. If you're done, swipe to the side. And here's the tricky part. They got to help you get the meat in between the bones in a flat.
That's the hard part because that's some more hands-on.
And you know what they got to do? They got to use their pointer finger to poke the meat back in your direction.
You got another waiter holding and another guy.
One more comes in.
Joust guy.
He's a joust guy. He uses one pointer finger, okay, and he pokes the meat, and then you just bite it off like a shrimp. So
I mean, bro,
that's perfect.
You got enough listeners. Next time you're at a wing spot, there might be somebody be like, yo, you told me to, and then they just get behind you, and you're like, perfect.
That's it with a bib.
That's it.
Like the broil. Tell me that's not worth 28%, 30% minimum.
I mean, because look, you do that for 10 tables, you make $5 a table. That's not great money, but that's all $50. But that's enough to pay for the L train. All right, you good?
$50, bro. Think about that. $50. All you gotta do is hold chicken wangs. Bro,
it's better than a heart on my latte. I'll tell you that much.
Without a doubt. Bro, sometimes we call Asian chicks chicken wangs. Oh my God. Right? Because this old Asian chick that we Airbnb'd said chicken wang. We were asking for things to eat, and she was like,
bro, Korean fried chicken is the best thing ever.
Son, everything black people do, Koreans do it better. It is unbelievable. Yeah. The fried chicken, breakdancing, all the things that like you traditionally know as black. Like I don't know why black people worry about white cultural appropriation when Koreans are really the ones that are killing y'all. So it's true, right? Okay, so
it's small though. We're not threatened.
You're not threatened, son. White people, we small.
Yeah, but yeah, it's still.
Or Mighty.
Yeah.
Mighty Whitey.
Yeah, bro. We'll hit you with a groan and fuck your day.
Yeah, I got too much confidence.
So this lady was like, she was suggesting food. She was like, oh, there's some Mexican, there's some blah blah blah, and there's also a place that sells chicken wang. So we've been saying chicken wang for like the last like months about this, right?
Yeah.
We're in LA, downtown LA, and there's this Korean rap group that's going up, and there's this line of chicks going to see the Korean rap group, and these girls had body. There was some real thick and wang. There were some thick and wang.
There's so many levels to that joke.
Thick and wang, bro. And some thick and tenders, bro.
There was a couple of thick and tenders
over there too.
He's out front of the line just geeking, just be like, son.
I was like, Alex, feed me one of them chicken wangs.
Gladly.
Jesus Christ.
Oy.
Well, that's what you got to do to get that 25% right there. You heard it here live.
Live in full effect. Yo, Trev, tell us where we can find you. Anything else that?
Yeah, man. I'm currently going around the country. Got Boston coming up in December. I'm going to be at the House of Comedy in Phoenix in November, the weekend before Thanksgiving. December 19th to 21st is Boston, and then January I'm going to be in Rochester out here. So might have to swing by Buffalo, catch a Metallica concert while I'm out here. Yeah, but yeah, TrevorWallaceComedy.com for
check
tour
the
dates,
YouTube
or the YouTube Trevor Wallace, Instagram Trevor Wallace, all that shit. But yeah, I post videos and I got a podcast called Stiff Socks. So
check out that with my boy Blaustein. We got to get Blaustein on here when he comes back. All right, guys, we're gonna take a break for a second, pay these bills. We got something cool right here. Now, college basketball is back. You know that, and all roads are leading to the Final Four of the NCAA championship. And where? Atlanta, baby. Ooh. That's right. Mm-hmm. Follow the conference tournament play with March Madness 365, the college hoops podcast that covers the game all year long. You got to join NCAA.com correspondent Andy Katz each week as he speaks with some of the biggest names in college basketball, from the Power 5 conferences to the smaller schools, creating waves in the game. Andy talks to coaches, players, making headlines, as well as reporters on the ground with your favorite teams to offer a kind of in-depth analysis, insight, and coverage that you can only get with March Madness access. Get top performances, highlights, recaps, exclusive interviews, along with Katz Ranks, Andy's weekly Power 365, and of course, his bracket picks come tournament time.
We should do a bracket finally.
We should, 100%.
Absolutely.
Listen and subscribe to March Madness 365 with Andy Katz. New episodes drop every Tuesday wherever you get podcasts. Also, today's episode is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, only law firm that supports and hires and comes through with the flagrancy. Damn right. Getting buckets is hard. Hiring a good lawyer should be easy. Thankfully, there's Morgan & Morgan, the personal injury law firm that fights for the people. Remember, with personal injury, you don't have to pay. They only get paid if you win. So they're trying to get you that money. They're not trying to rip you off. They're trying to get you that money so they can get that money. Okay? They're going to take on your insurance companies so you can focus on getting better after a car crash or other injury. On average, people who hire an attorney after a crash recover 3 times more than those who don't. Think about that. With 500 attorneys and offices in Florida, New York, and across America, Morgan & Morgan will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. And if you've been injured in a car crash, slip and fall, or on the job, they may be able to help. Morgan & Morgan has helped thousands of people recover billions of dollars. Best of all, hiring them is 100% free unless you win. Remember that. 100% free unless you win. For a free call, for a free case review, you just visit forthepeople.com. That's FOR, thepeople.com/flagrant, or dial pound law on your cell phone, pound 529. That's forthepeople.com/flagrant for a free, no obligation consultation. There's only one. Morgan & Morgan. Now let's get back to the show. TikTok. Yes. Have you used TikTok? Do you use TikTok?
So I pretty much just upload a lot of my old stuff on there, like Instagram clips that I already put. And I fucked around, and now that's one of my biggest platforms. I got 1 million on there, and I don't know what the fuck to do with this audience. So I don't know if that contributes to ticket sales, because motherfuckers on there are like 12
years old.
Yeah. So I think I'm for it because a lot of people in this world like you and I got this whole we got so much shit out there already.
Yep.
If you could just throw some shit out there, I'm not making content for TikTok per se.
You're just
I'm
repurposing.
just giving, which is great because this is already shot, edited stuff that I already approved.
Yep.
So. And I mean, there's such shitty content on there already that if there's some well shot and good comedy,
People are in it.
yeah, they're like, "What is this genius stuff?"
Yeah.
So I was able to grow on there really quick, just posting old shit because it might have been an audience that didn't see my Instagram or YouTube before that. So,
Right.
I mean, are you on there? Or what are your thoughts?
We're dabbling. It's I think it is a brilliant platform, man. Like it solved the one problem with Instagram, and that is people don't watch Instagram with their sound
the
on.
sound. That's the biggest thing I like about TikTok. You go there to watch videos.
But listen too.
Yeah.
It's not just watch. You are listening
Right.
to that shit.
And that's the thing that Instagram faces is people are on Instagram just to see what the fuck their friends are doing, on Saturday at noon. But it's also like, here's a video I care a lot about. And then I'm like, I like it.
Yeah.
You know subtitles? Well, fucking good luck.
I might not have my phones in. Also, Instagram, the feed is drowned out by pictures. Everything on TikTok is content, and that is something that is a huge difference, right? You don't post just a picture with you and your dog, a picture of you and your boys, a picture of you on stage. You don't post that on TikTok. Every piece of TikTok content,
video content,
it is like with the purpose to entertain.
Yes.
Not to flex.
Yes.
I'm entertained. Now, it's sometimes dumb girls just, lip syncing to a song or like some idiot model guy who's like, look at my abs. But he's at least trying, or she's at least trying to create content out of that. Yeah.
Well, that was the great thing about Vine is you use the same thing.
This is
you go there. 100%. You go there to watch with the intent to enjoy content.
Yes.
Versus Instagram is periodically somebody tags you and you got to check this out. Okay, I'll watch this video.
Right.
But like TikTok, you're like, I'm going to be entertained. It's so easy to just scroll and spend time and time and time.
We spent hours on it. It is it's interesting. So how did you build up? You just had some videos go. You had like a strategy with it.
I really kind of just saw what people were already posting on there, and you can do some trend stuff. So you can hop on trends, and it's kind of like at midnight they'll like throw out like there's a trend that'll be going on, and then you put your rendition on it.
Right.
So I'm making something with my take, which is kind of cool because
but you were using old stuff though.
Both. So I uploaded a bunch of old stuff that got a little bit of traction because people are like, oh, I've seen this guy before. That's so and so whatever. So I built like a couple, maybe like 50K on that, and then I did a couple trend type things, and then I just kind of like. What's great about it is there's also not a lot of expectations for like really, really good content on there. So if I throw something up there and it's a bomb, like it's trash.
They swipe right through.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like on Instagram somebody's like, I want that minute of my life back. They just scroll. So you can try shit. I'll delete it if it's whatever. But for the most part, I leaned into the trends. I made some random shit that I wrote down in my notes for a video concept that maybe wasn't fleshed out or I needed too many people for it, but they don't expect high quality. You can play 7 different characters in that bitch. You could be Tyler Perry in that motherfucking app and nobody's going to be like, is that the same actor? So nobody has expectations, and then when you give them the TikTok shit and well-produced shit, like they just flock to it,
Right, yeah.
So I think exactly what you said. People go on there to be entertained, and there's not a high standard. So if you're funny as fuck,
you can excel.
It's very fast.
But certain things work, certain things don't work. It's just fascinating. You got to catch them quick.
Yeah,
and that's the music component, right?
Exactly.
Our first stimulus is auditory. So if I've swiped to something and then the song that comes on is the catchiest part of that song, I'm going to give it a second. Yeah. Now I'm invested in the content.
I love me a good build-up, but in this day and age, I'm like, bro, if I don't hear a producer tag within 3 seconds, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it trains you to kind of just be quick with it, but also, the weirdest part is people still trying to figure out what to do with that audience. Because people got millions of fans on there, but it's like, now what? I've had people come up to me on the street and be like, I love your TikTok. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's almost, I feel disrespected in a sense.
Yeah.
But in a sense, it's like, that's a whole new platform that saw me that might not have seen me before.
A whole new demo of people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, in a sense, I was going to try to do this for like this upcoming tours I had, but just use that app somehow to be like, what's up? I'm a stand-up comic. These are the dates I'm going to. And then try to make it fit that demo somehow.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how the fuck I'd do that. Just put Kids Bop in the background or some shit.
Yeah.
But, just see if that helps with tickets. Like,
yeah.
I kind of want to put out, before I announce on any other social media, be like, I'm going to be in New Haven tonight. And how many tickets sell just based off TikTok.
That's smart.
Just to see if
The
I
influence.
get 13 sales
Yeah.
off just posting on there, does it help?
Yeah.
Because it's got two features. You post your video and then you can go live, which I don't know what that does.
Yeah.
So maybe you go live and be like, what's up, guys? I want to announce my tour dates. It's 18 and up. You know, I just want to see if that has an influence because now I got this audience and I just don't know what to do with it.
Right.
So it's great that I can just dish my content on there, but like, where's the utilization on it?
I think that it's a long play.
Yeah.
I remember when I first started getting into Chris Rock, I was probably 12 years old, 11 years old. I don't know. I was pretty young, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And, but he groomed me into like what type of stand-up I like and then the type of stand-up I turned into being in a lot of ways, right? So I think that you look at that TikTok audience not in terms of selling tickets, but in terms of this is the next generation of fans that are going to grow into me.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's acquisition. And it's like setting a standard of your type of comedy and your content. And then when they're old enough or they go to school, then they go, oh, my God, I'm on the board for the, school events. We got to get Trevor Wallace.
That's how all my colleges came through this year. Those the people like, yo,
because they loved you in high school. They finally go to college.
Right,
they get a little flex.
I mean, it's awareness at this point, right?
That's what happened with Guy Code with me, right? And it was like, okay, I see how that's going. I think my demo's gotten a little bit older now. Though YouTube changes things. Like you can like broaden in a weird way. It can like old and young, But yeah, I think there's something there to it. One concern is someone told me that the Chinese government owns it.
I saw something about that.
And two things about that they're using it as a profiling strategy for the parents, not the kids.
Huh.
So, like, when kids will post, like, super liberal stuff, they'll be like, okay, those are Democratic parents. When the kids will post, like, super Trump stuff, they'll be like, oh, those are the Republican parents.
I mean...
and then they use that data to, like... target them and push ads to like those regions, etc.
I mean, we're already all exposed. Like the motherfuckers that put the little dot over their laptop screen. I'm like, you're not doing shit, bro. You think you're stopping CIA? I mean, all of our shit's already out there. So at this point, I mean, I heard that too, which is insane to me. But like, out of all the apps you're gonna use,
I mean, that's what Facebook was, right? Facebook was this thing, came up, social network. The whole world got on it, and then all of a sudden, the whole world was in some way controlled by one guy in California.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing about any social media platform, comedy is comedy, funny is funny. It's just finding out how to apply it to, like, certain shit will pop off on Twitter for me that won't pop up on Facebook because Twitter's more current. And then had I posted that video on Facebook 3 weeks later, when they're catching wave about it, then it hits. So you just alter all your shit. Like, for every video I post, I make sure it starts on my face because I know that people are going to be like, wait, is that the... as much as I love is a cinematic shot of the sun rising with the slow. Nobody's got time for that. So like, there's like little things that like I don't make content for TikTok, but I might edit something to
in
be
a
like
specific way.
Yeah, I might be like, okay, I already got this video. Let me chop up the quick shit up front.
Yeah,
get the first few beats out, and then it can drag on. Just because people scroll like this, bro. Just watch a random person scroll. It's so quick. If you don't catch them like that.
You got to get them quick. Whereas like YouTube, it's okay. I'm gonna hang out for a second.
Yeah. But you're great at that. You put that meat of like whatever the fuck like dumbest audience member ever. You put that meat part. Then the title. Then you're in. Yeah. Instead of being like, wait till 4 minutes in, you won't believe it, bro. This ain't a fucking BuzzFeed article. All right. You won't believe what happens next. You give them that teaser, but you get it. You understand the internet, and so many people will be like, have you seen this guy? You know this guy. So like, you're ahead of that. So you get the internet, and if there's a platform out there that everybody's going to, I mean, try some shit. Were you posting stand-up clips on TikTok? Or
we posted a few. Another thing I was concerned about is someone told me that in the user agreement, TikTok owns everything that you give them, like the IP or something like that. So I'm a little concerned about putting stand-up there because what if I want to use that stand-up in a special or something like that randomly, and they're like,
Really?
That's what someone told me, so I don't know. And I doubt that they're going to go out and do like cease and desist shit, but like...
Could you imagine if some like 15-year-old be like, Mr. Schulz, what have you read here? God, that's fucking nuts. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we all fly through the terms and conditioning. They could literally own all of my future children.
I've never read a terms and conditions. No. Or a contract.
Just sign here. Contracts.
I'd rather get fucked over by a contract than read a contract. Yeah. 100%.
Quarter mil or 5 minutes of my time? Well, you already know.
Real talk. Like, I get why people get screwed out of everything.
Yes, and they use big-ass words and all this shit.
Going through this legalese, bro. And sometimes they break the page up in half like a Bible, and you're just like, hey.
And the font just makes me want to go to prison. It's not good. It's just, fuck, man.
Yeah, it's bad. It is bad. But, hey, man, I love what you're doing, bro. I wish you were in New York. I really do wish you were in New York, man. I wish you were.
I'll start coming out here a lot more, though.
You should, man. Yeah. I mean, I guess I hope I'm sure you're going to be getting a lot of opportunities and deals and these things in the near future. And I hope that you keep doing what you're doing. You can do them alongside, grab the money.
Yeah.
But do not transfer your shit
You build
to
an
anyone
audience
else.
for a certain reason.
That's
Yeah.
your power. That's your
Exactly,
leverage.
exactly.
Don't bring that over to anywhere.
Right.
Spotify asked for it, SiriusXM asked for it, comedy. So don't bring. I continue doing this shit, and I'll do that stuff with you, because I think in the next maybe 5 years, but even less, when the business organizes itself a little bit more, when everybody's fully streaming, then you make that purchase, or actually you get purchased.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
10, 15 million people, and you say, hey, the only place I can be seen now is on Disney Plus. Subscribe. And then you charge Disney Plus $250 million for everything that you do,
Yeah.
instead of charging Comedy Central $1 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
if as long as you can eat, as long as everything's good, now's the
Right.
time to own everything.
Yeah, and also the people follow you for a certain reason, so build up that audience and don't jump ship and
Yeah.
be like, well, peace, I'm going in fucking sequel
But
movies.
people get so excited, at the idea, because you're a little bit younger. How old are you?
26.
So you're 26. So you're at the end of the generation that actually had traditional media.
Yeah. Right.
I'm maybe at the end of the generation that didn't. I'm 36.
Yeah.
Right. So I got social media in college. So I was like, you grew up with social media,
Yeah.
right?
That should have been around.
So it's I think what's happening now is you see this complete transition in media, but we still go. I see guys in my generation all the time. They're they validate themselves with these antiquated methods. They're like, I need to do late night. Do you? I need to have a sitcom. Do you?
Yeah.
I need it your videos, my videos get more views than any sitcom on TV now.
It's nuts.
So why the fuck
And
would
it's
I
direct to consumer,
sacrifice?
yeah.
Yeah, and you have all that connectivity.
It's
and
on
everything.
my channel.
That's it. You own it. It's
Your
yours.
video has 1 million views. They're like, where do I go for this? Not wait till the credits. Who is that guy that played this actor? Oh, it's Andrew Schulz. This is literally this video has this many views. Here's subscribe. Now I'm part of this guy's world. It's it's chronic crazy.
So just keep that.
It's a threat to all that stuff. So
And I'm sure they're asking you, right?
Yeah.
And so it's just don't give that up.
No.
It's just not worth it. And I see guys give it up.
Yeah. I mean, if
things
I
are
get
so
some shit, I'll hit you up and be like, yo, is this worth the bag? You
No.
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's not for 5 years. Because I promise you, and this is the way I see media, and this is why I want us all to really connect, is if you were in New York, I would be trying my hardest to have all of us partner up into this thing. And maybe we can do it across coast, but it's different. We have some things cooking we can't exactly talk about yet, but we'll get there. But I would want us all to create this conglomerate, because there's so much media influence that can happen. I've seen the LA YouTuber guys, they did it. They all kind of know each other, hang out with each other, cross pollinate,
They
and
got
build
this.
each other up. And
Yeah.
it's really amazing the influence they have. We were just talking about the KSI Logan Paul thing. They had a
Yeah.
major boxing match. Two guys that don't even really box. But
Yeah.
they don't box
No.
at the Staples Center. Most heavyweight boxers cannot fill out the Staples
The
Center.
Staples Center is insane. That was even an option. Where do you want to do this fight at? I would be like, I don't know, a park or some shit.
Where Kimbo Slice do it.
Yeah, right, exactly. The backyard in Florida, let's do it. But the
that's the
Staples
power.
Center.
The Staples Center. So that's the power of new media,
Yeah.
right? And as long as we harness that and we own everything, we are the new version of newspapers.
Yeah.
When
I saw
Hamilton
people
was
tweeting
writing
about it
shit.
like it was a heavyweight UFC fight.
Son, they had real
people, KSI, look, I was like,
son. They had real boxers boxing undercard.
yeah, it was
Billy
a
Joe
full,
Saunders.
They literally
Devin
made
Haney.
That's nuts.
they made
legit
their own
boxers.
UFC event, and that's based off internet influence. Fuck.
So that's it. So it's this is the way media operates now. This is the way we got to control it. And then what's going to happen is once the streaming wars end, you're going to have these different companies, Netflix, Disney, all these types of places, HBO, the Warner, all that kind of stuff. They're all going to be settled. We're going to know who their audiences are. And then we're going to go, hey, now that all TV has shifted into streaming, there's no real, issue here. Everybody just watches streaming stuff. We have our different platforms, Apple Plus, etc. Then you get the Howard Stern deal.
Yeah.
Then you get the $500 million. Then you get the $250 million. Then you're actually in a place where people can watch. You go to Comedy Central now, nobody's watching it. But if you go to Apple Plus, everybody already got Apple Plus.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just got to.
Got you.
We just got to
wait
wait.
to see where all the streams end up. Yeah.
So it's like, and even doing, like I told my agents, I was like, we're not doing any shows now. We're not doing anything scripted. We're not we'll do little one-offs on them. I'll do a movie if they give it to me.
Yeah.
But like creating something in this environment is worthless because nothing can succeed. Everybody's too fractured. Everybody's in a million different places. Yeah. Eventually, we're going to be, dude, eventually there's going to be one service that packages all the streaming services, and we're back at cable.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it's going to come full loop for sure.
So it's going to go, and then once it's full loop, the people with the most personal influence and biggest followings have all the leverage.
Yeah.
We make them bid on us.
They're not being like, who's got the best jawline? They're like, this motherfucker got 10 million.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, who be mocking the Zoomies employees the best?
Yeah, you're right. Or whatever we need.
Real
Boom,
talk.
right there. Yeah.
So it's like the holdout for that. Take the money on the side. Just don't leave.
Yeah.
Don't leave any of that.
Right.
Because the real money,
it really is. Every streaming platform is just sitting there with guns at each other. Like, who? But I mean, even Netflix, like when they first started, they didn't know they'd be as big as they are. I mean, they probably had intentions, but nobody knows, like, who's going to be the next big thing. Bro.
You know what it was? Netflix was the restaurant. You know when they're like small towns that have one restaurant?
Yeah.
And it's like the food ain't amazing, but it's packed because that's the only fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
So if you want to eat out, you got to eat there.
Right.
Now, a few more restaurants done moved in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right? So now the level of food got to step up.
Uh-huh.
And I think the next few years are going to decide what that looks like, and we just keep stacking, keep
doing what we're doing, because it's not like we're in a spot where,
we making money, everything's good, you know, you're good, right? You don't need food, you know, I think like life is fine, And then once all those things are settled, and they need the content creators with actual influence, because we will become the next quote unquote movie stars.
Yeah, I mean,
only reason movie stars get paid money is because they can get people to go watch the movie. Well, we'll be the only people that can get people to go to things.
Yeah.
There'll be radio DJs because everybody loves them. They wake up every morning, or podcast guys, etc. And then it'll be the YouTube creators.
Yeah. Shit.
3 to 5 years.
I'd say so, yeah. I mean, it's a weird world, but when it's going to settle out in a little, like you said, 3 to 5 years. And then it'll be like very clear. And then it'll be like, oh, I should have seen that coming. Or like, yep, I predicted that shit.
And then we can sell the scripted shit because now people will know where the fuck to go for content.
And it's not obscene to be like, download these 7 apps and find me here. And then it's only, exactly.
Even Apple TV got all these shows out with the fucking Aquaman. And it's like, but do I want to go there?
How do I, like Amazon Prime, like, bro, I go to Amazon to buy shit
paper
to
towels.
get
I don't need to watch TV.
Exactly.
Eventually it's going to be in one thing. And
Right,
you just
exactly.
type the name of it. And you'll be like, oh, yeah, that's easy. That's
yeah.
where we...
Yeah.
Now we just build. Now we're farming.
Exactly.
We're just sowing the seeds.
Exactly. Each platform is like a different city. It's like, okay, I got TikTok, I got people in DC. Instagram, I got people in fucking Arizona. It's just like you're just building up that repertoire.
Yeah, and you're killing it. And you got the youth that's going to grow into it. So it's like you are going to teach them what type of comedy they like. You're going to teach them what type of comedy they're into.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's why it's so important. Because you have stand-up chops. I mean, you opened for me. I thought you were fucking great.
Thanks, man.
When we were in Oxnard, it was great.
Yeah.
And I think it's important that you start setting a tone, especially with like the younger folks. Like, this is what stand-up looks like. This is what my YouTube content looks like. This is what my Twitter stuff looks like.
Separate lanes, yeah.
This is what stand-up is for me.
Yeah.
And then you create that expectation for the show, and then they're like, oh, hell yeah, I saw those bits, and this is what I'm coming for.
Right. It does. That way they come out to the show knowing what to expect.
Instead of waiting for you to go, say something about White Claw or say something.
Yeah, got you.
And I'm telling you, something has happened with me. It's like I put out a lot of crowd work, so they created this expectation of crowd work. Before the crowd work, I was just being like flagrant with the jokes, so they came out for the flagrancy.
Do you have to say anything to be like, listen, don't yell shit out, but if you do, you might make it on the channel?
No,
or are people smart enough to be like, we get it?
I see people like wearing shit sometimes to like, they look to be like, I think they're just trying to make it into a video. And I'll avoid them usually.
Yeah.
I mean, there was this albino guy in the front row. I had to fucking talk to him, but like, he's not wearing that. You know what I mean? He just, you know what I mean?
He didn't leave the house that day.
Happens to be a fucking albino, right? Like that was nuts. Black Nigerian albino front row. It was insane, right?
Did you get on stage and be like, all right.
Yeah, dog. I didn't even notice him at first because he looked like a regular white guy.
Yeah.
But that's something obviously we got to put out. But it's something I've been cognizant of, which is like, it's constantly reminding, like the flagrancy is what we're doing. This is what we're fighting back against. This is the type of comedy that's so rare out there in the world. That's the type of comedy that I love to do, and that's what you're going to see when you come out to the tour. And then there's going to be these moments, obviously, that might happen, etc. And I think you have to curate that for the stand-up part.
Yeah, I feel that for sure.
Because you body all these videos.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're a stand-up.
Yeah, exactly.
Before all of it.
Yeah.
So like
Started
all these
with that.
Exactly. So all these people got to know.
Right.
Even if
and
it
to have
means
some
giving it
value,
away.
because maybe somebody watching my stand-up, because my stand-up is very different from the videos. And they're going to be like, I like his videos, but stand-up, that taste is like, it's a little bit edgier. It's not our type. But they know that before going to a show. Now the people at the shows are the people that are like, we saw this clip, this is what we want, do that type stuff.
100%.
So, I think early 2020, I'm going to shoot something, what you did, and just dice it up.
Yes.
And just be
do
like,
that.
and then I don't know if it's weekly or bi-weekly or whatever, put out a stand-up clip, but definitely get the awareness out there.
And if you need any help, we'll help you, man.
Yeah, man.
More than happy to
100%,
help you guys.
100%.
But yeah, dude, it will be. I think you'll find it. I think you'll find it's just going to be next level.
Yeah, that's definitely the plan. I mean, I got bits. We even talked about this earlier. It's like you still doing. You're like, it's. I need to.
And your bits actually are similar in terms of the way you punch shit.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like I think what really works when you're mocking is that you're like understated about your lines.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going like, here is the line. It's almost sometimes
you
throwaway.
pick what you want. It's not like heavy emphasis on it.
Yeah, so it seems really authentic, and like even though you're making fun of a character, and I think that you act that way in your stand-up as well, with your lines.
Exactly.
So I think they will find connectivity.
Yeah.
If you show it to them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to find that too, where people are like picking out lines from that, or even like you just say something, you get a laugh, and you're like, I wasn't. Okay, yeah, I guess that's funny. I'm just talking the way I would talk.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but
that's good shit, man. I'm so proud of you, man. It's awesome to see what you're doing.
Thank you,
just
bro.
fucking murdering it. Go check them out, everybody. Again, it's give them your socials.
Just Trevor Wallace on Instagram, and fuck me on TikTok. Trevor Wallace.
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. I got a bunch of stuff on there. I mean, I got so many videos out there. Just type in Trevor Wallace, and then for tickets for any tour dates, TrevorWallaceComedy.com.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Of course.
Peace.